It's the Bob and Tom Show.
In case you missed it during the break, I'm not exactly sure how we got to this.
I think you said it was a
new feature called Let's Go to Christy's Panty Drawer. I was only kidding. And you said that your dog...
I came out of the shower a couple of days ago and saw my two dogs playing tug of war with one of my pairs of panties.
Do we have any video of this?
A G-string. One of my favorites, by the way. I was so upset.
What color? What color?
It was just beige. It was just a nude color, if you will. So it went with everything.
Really hot.
But
you got to be
yeah.
careful. I mean, I'm serious. You've got to be very careful with dogs around things like pantyhose because they can eat them and they can have severe problems.
Well, I told you I already had the problem with my dog eating the tampon.
You know, you didn't tell us that one, and you really didn't need to either.
Yes, I did tell you that.
Really? I must have blacked out then also.
I had to call the vet. I thought
I've been hungry before, but
I thought she had eaten a piece of string because that's all I saw.
Oh my God!
And when I called the vet, you know, and if your dog eats string or twine, it can be very deadly. It can wrap around their stomach or their intestines or whatever. So I called and I had to make her throw this up. So there's a little concoction that you whip
that
up.
would have taken hard for me.
No kidding. When the tampon came through its throat, did it go?
Now this dog of yours is it a bloodhound?
No.
What kind of dog is this?
I don't know what kind of dog it is. Don't make me say it.
Okay,
Not a bloodhound.
I have golden doodles, the golden retriever poodle mixes.
Not a bloodhound.
Where do you keep them that the dog
First of
has
all,
access? Are they like
Did I mention
all
that
over
it
the
was
place?
used?
Oh my God! Hello, hey, check please, driver. Oh, nurse.
Can we get valet parking? I'm out of here.
We're supposed to check. We were supposed to check out an hour ago. Hello.
That's the end of this conversation.
Man, oh man.
It wasn't mine.
Oh my. Oh, wow. Stop. Wow. Where were you guys in a public restroom?
End of discussion. we are changing our ways.
No.
I don't want to know whose it was, where you were, how it happened.
Oh, I do.
No, that's
God.
no.
No, some people put them in
I-
the trash, and that's
That's enough.
okay.
That's all I need to know.
I feed my dogs. I don't know what the problem is.
Your friend didn't have it on.
Now that's a
that would
friendly
be
dog.
sick.
That would be sick.
That's a
retriever dog.
I mean, my dogs could get a little overly friendly.
My
But
God.
I've never. Boy, that'd be on America's Funniest Video.
Oh, yeah, it would. Wow. Playing tug of war with a woman.
Hey,
Give me that
back. Oh, Fluffy just loves string. I blame you for this, Christy.
No, I blame you. You just came in and said, new feature today, Christy's baby
I was just
drawer.
kidding. I thought it'd be funny to. I was wrong.
God.
Sorry.
What I miss?
Hello. How are you? It's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
I like that shirt, Christy. For vertical stripes, very nice.
Thank you. I was just talking to Alan about that. We'll revisit.
Looks like you're about to bat for the Yankees.
Can't wait. Now, coming up, Christy and vertical striped shirt talk. That's going to blow the
Never
lid
mind.
off. That's going to blow the lid off this place.
Oh God, we got the attitude today. Look out.
There's Jeff Oskey. Here's Tom going to talk us all about comedy. Ace is here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio. Go, Tom.
Now, yesterday at this time, I believe someone gave me this phrase to say. Is it hot in here, or is it just Christy on the toilet? that is
I don't.
It's not hot.
You know, I agree. I think it's Christy on the toilet.
My point was,
yes.
when I left this morning, my husband said, "Wow, you look so hot."
Wow,
and I go,
you look really hot. Now, that counts as one of the nine times I have to say this.
Now get out. I mean, what did he say?
That's pretty sexy in the morning to say that.
and I go, because I'm wearing a button-down shirt. He goes, "Yeah, you never wear those. I really like that look." It was.
We've discussed this before. That is the look like you had some random encounter, and you wake up, and you're in some strange house, the article of clothing or two you'd been wearing the previous evening has been ripped off in a moment of passion, like that scene in Body Heat in front of the house where he heaves the chair through the door. And then, so you've got to wear something. So you go in his closet, grab a shirt, put it on, and then go do what you're supposed to do, which, of course, is make him a nice breakfast. Anyone?
I did not make him a nice breakfast. I came here to work.
Where was the sex part?
Yeah, where was the sex part?
In the previous evening, you see.
No sex part?
Oh, you don't get sex again in the morning when you're wearing the shirt?
What are you, like on a 9-day cycle or something? You don't really...
No, I think the scenario, I'll talk to you, Jeff. I'm sure you've experienced this, where after with your lady, there was some incredibly spontaneous event in which her clothing was not delicately removed, but ripped off, and then she had to get up in the morning and put something on. So she goes in the closet and finds... one of your T-shirts, like a bum equipment T-shirt or something.
I'm concerned about this every time we start talking. You start talking about this sort of thing, and I'm seriously concerned, and I might be the only one. It always ends up in some sort of sexual assault.
Kind of rough.
Like tearing her clothes off, and she really doesn't want it, and you're forcing it on her.
I think I can't afford to tear my lady's clothes off. If I did tear her shirt off, she'd be like, "Do you know what I paid for that?"
Was it Jermaine Greer who wrote the book "All Good Sex Is Like Rape"? Was that
What?
Oh no!
I don't know who wrote that book. It sounds right, but anytime we can say the word rape, I say we embrace it.
Maybe I had the wrong title. So, anyways, Christy, the point is. That's a sexy look.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
it. Or kind of professional.
Did he want you to come back to the boudoir? And
Hey, I was walking out the door an hour ago.
You got time?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Now, see, I would be...
No, Pat, you're not helping me.
See, in my life, that's a zombie situation. If I...
Zombie?
Just the other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact, yesterday morning.
A Wednesday?
I was up doing my, getting ready. Of
course you were.
Creeping around in the bathroom.
Devotionals, things like that.
And Kelly walked by, which almost never happens.
Right?
Not a word. Nothing. Not a hello.
Well, she had just gotten in, so
she was a little tipsy.
You think she'd be a little chatty?
Yeah. Hey, you want to hear about my night?
I mean, but it was like.
No, you know what's happening there? She's like, if I don't ask him about his night, he's not going to ask me about my night.
I'm going to sneak in, go to bed.
No, I mean,
exhausted.
What is that? Isn't that called hallway sex? You yell "screw you" as you pass each other.
But I mean, not even a hey or good morning or nothing.
Was she getting up? Was she?
No, she'd been asleep, and
so you woke her up.
Yeah.
But I think she woke up on her own.
I can't imagine
she had to pee,
the noise you make when you're trying to be quiet.
And I am quiet as a mouse, and it's because of the dogs. Well, my one dog doesn't want to get up anyway, but the other one, if you make any sound, all of a sudden you got a big problem on your hands. Yep. So I creep around like a burglar.
Well, my dogs look at me like, "Oh, you're getting up. Well, I'm not moving."
Yeah, one of them's that way, but the other one, is everything. Just happy to see you, tail a wagon, and he wants to immediately do some. I got to shh. But yeah, no, I think that's sweet that you saw your husband and he said something nice to you this morning.
He's
do you wake him up? Do you wake him up every morning?
No, he's usually his alarm's going off as I'm walking out the door. But this morning...
That's the way I got her planned. Yes, sir.
I can wake up peacefully.
No, he had to...
I start the...
And Liz has a time, so she doesn't get here until she hears Christy's voice on the radio.
Good time.
No, he had to do the early morning airport run this morning for our bonus son.
Okay. All right. Well,
he was up early. He was up way before me.
Very good. I've got a new thing we're going to try this morning, and no one knows about this.
Oh, boy. Of course not.
So to make sure that there's nothing up my sleeve, I have done no preparation on this. All right? You understand what I'm saying here?
Yes.
Okay, now.
Are you going to make somebody disappear?
No, I'm going to challenge.
Pick me, please.
It is a challenge for Mr. Godwin. Huh? Okay, now, Pat, let's see. The best way to do this, Christy, you have a stack of stories in front of you.
Yes, I do.
Okay, now I want you just to hold it right there. Don't go through them. And then I want you to give me a number between 1 and 10.
7.
Okay, go to the 7th story and hand it to Mr. Oskey.
Oskey?
Oh, to me?
Yeah, you'll see why in just a second. This is a kind of a magic trick. What is the headline?
You want me to read the headline?
Give it to Jeff. I want to prove that I've had nothing to do with this. I haven't touched anything. What is
safe for swimming in America?
Question mark?
Question mark?
Now that's too easy for my challenge.
What's the challenge?
Well, it's going to be
You can gum up anything.
No, you'll see. You'll see, because that's something Pat would be prepared for. Pat can't have be prepared for this in any way.
He
already has a song about that because this involves Pat.
Here, I'll just
give him number. No,
what do you call
just
him?
pick one out of a stack.
What do you call this bit?
Well, I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. What does that one say?
The world's oldest boomerang doesn't actually come back.
Perfect. Okay, good. Now, here's what you've heard of Chat GTP.
GPT.
See, it's close. Chat.
We've heard of chat.
Chat.
Haven't heard of what you said.
You've heard of something that I've gotten wrong, right?
Chat GTP.
GPT.
GPT. Let me write this down. See, this is spontaneous.
I think in your head you're thinking STP, so that's why you say GTP.
Chat GTP.
GPT.
GPT. GPT. Okay, so Chat GPT.
Yes.
Okay, now I want to introduce something to the world called Pat GPT.
Okay.
Now, the way Chat GTP works is we could ask Chat GPT.
There you go. Very good.
To do something. We could ask it to rewrite that news story, and it would do it instantly. So what I want to do right now is we're going to ask Mr. Godwin, when we come back from this break, you need to have a song about, what was it again? My Boomerang.
The world's oldest boomerang.
World's oldest boomerang.
He gets
I write fastest on my phone, which I left in there, so I will go in there. I will go in there during the break.
Okay,
this is going to work great.
Give him the news story.
So basically, he's got like 20 minutes.
No, he's got to the next break. We will be back in about 6 or 7 minutes.
I'm keeping the time starting right now.
Okay, go ahead, Pat. You can leave and start it. We'll get the story and We'll see. This is once again a new thing called Pat GPT.
I love it.
The instant writing. And what have you got over there, Mr. McGee? It is.
Huh?
What is it again?
Oh, sports. Yeah. What do we got here? Devin Booker signs with the Suns. We got the home run derby Monday night in Atlanta. Another contestant. Man's on fire. He's on fire, Tom. And
hot.
Caitlin Clark returns to the Fever, but they lose anyway last night, 80-61 to the Valkyries.
Day game.
Yeah, it started at noon yesterday. It's very good. Yeah.
Now, that also reminds me, the only way to listen to this show, of course, is with those great Raycon earbuds. They're the best.
Raycon's everyday earbuds. The latest model is better than ever. That's right. It's been updated. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity. You can pair two devices at once. And Raycon has a quick charge function. Just 10 minutes on the old charger, you get 90 minutes of battery. And they also come with an active noise cancellation. And Raycon start at just half the price of other premium audio brands, and available in a variety of vibrant colors. And they also, I've never heard this used, but they do have, it's available, a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds right now. Raycon offering 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds only at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we have exciting news from the world of sports and our newest experiment. How quickly can Pat Godwin write a song with his new role as a Pat GPT?
Are you going to have GPT write the song too?
Yep.
Don't tell Pat.
I just did that just
did
now.
You?
I just so we'll see how it comes out. It's man versus machine from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Do you have any interest in going to space?
Yeah, so I have a different definition of space, as would be true for all of my colleagues, my astrophysics colleagues. Many people don't realize that the space station, for example, which is anybody's common definition of being in space, if Earth were shrunk to the size of a schoolroom globe, then the space station is orbiting 1 centimeter above the surface.
Yeah.
And so I can't think of that as space. Send me somewhere. Moon, Mars, asteroids beyond, but I don't want to just boldly go where hundreds have gone before.
The billionaires who pay to go up in the one where they're in space for like 6 minutes, that seems to me to be a real ripoff.
That's not even as high as the 1 centimeter. So the billionaire boys race, the Bezos Branson, you're right. That's what's called suborbital. They go up and then just fall back for 5-6 minutes, and it's the falling part where you're weightless. So that's fun, and you're sort of above the important parts of the atmosphere. So that's fun. Stars will come out in broad daylight because you can't see stars in the daytime because of the scattered blue light from the sun that turns the sky blue. You get above that limit, so that's fun. I have no issues with that. But on this same scale with the schoolroom globe, they go up about the thickness of 2 dimes.
Yeah, wow. And it's costing them several more dimes than that.
Remember that guy, that crazy guy, Felix Baumgartner? Remember him?
Sure. Yeah.
Who did that edge
hot
of
air
space
balloon
jump
thing? Yeah.
From Red Bull?
Sure.
Okay. How high was he? He was the thickness of 1 dime above Earth's surface. So we, and NASA is complicit in this. We have a very low bar definition of what it means to go into space.
Wow.
But
I'm sorry, I have higher goals than that.
Can we get to Mars, though, feasibly? Is that really a realistic thing?
Well, so let me just make it clear. Oh, by the way, of the billionaire boys space race,
right,
Elon Musk is the only one who actually puts people in orbit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he's the full 1 centimeter up, and that's why he can intersect with the space station if he chooses. Unlike the 1950s, where people said, will we ever get to the moon? Do we know how? Is it even possible? That's not the kinds of questions anyone is invoking today about Mars. The questions are not, is it possible? Of course it's possible. We have an SUV-sized rover that took a helicopter to Mars, exploring Mars right now. Getting to Mars, that's not the issue. So the issue is, what's the motivation? And who's going to write the check? That's all it comes down to. It's not any more complicated than that.
So you can survive that trip to Mars. A human being can.
It's 9 months. Yeah, just get a good Netflix account, you know. Library.
Maybe listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's got a couple of podcasts out there.
Thank you. Yes, I have a podcast that'll keep you going. There you go.
Hi, this is Christy Lee from The Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
I think you're supposed to put it in. It's a concept. Get in there! Unbelievable! Kid, that's the best boat we've had all day! Not even a putt! Congratulations! Tom, quickly, Tom, how does it feel? My God! What is that, 80 feet? My God!
Now, right now, I'm buying a Mutual of Omaha hat, just like he has. Right now.
Save that,
You don't even have to hit it. You better hit that. That's unbelievable.
No, give me.
You don't have to put the ball right on the marker.
I do this a lot. I'm going to hit you with this flag if you screw this up, okay? All right. Right about there. And just straight down the 2x4. Keep it on the board. There should be.
Yes! Money! We got to get a picture of this, Tony. I'm nervous.
No.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Pat Godwin. Hello, Jeff Oskey. Ace Cosby's here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. It's always a pleasure to see you, sir. Do we have any exciting NFL news coming up today?
NFL news?
Yeah, I know, because it's kind this is kind of that soft season here.
Oh, yeah,
you got your Wimbledon, you've got your WNBA.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Got your All-Star game coming up in baseball.
I could make up an NFL story if you like.
I'm just wondering if there's any great news about your team, the Washington Commanders.
All the teams kind of take turns unveiling their new alternate uniforms, which is a long and complicated story. And you'd yell at me before the end of it. So.
Yeah, I mean, you get upset about uniforms, don't you?
I like a certain uniform. Yeah, I'm a crotchety old guy. I think all true NFL fans like a certain uniform for their team. Yeah, absolutely.
No, let's just say, if you had $1 billion, would you buy every jersey for your team?
No, I wouldn't.
Because in other words, this is a good test of your taste.
No, I would not.
In other words, you like the away game or the home game uniform more?
I like the home game. The dark jersey.
Yeah, that's the one you
currently.
Good
the white jersey, awful. Yeah, see, here we are. Hi, Pat. How's that song going?
Going good. Done.
He said.
Now, we have given Pat a challenge. It's something new.
Well, the clock is still running. We're at 9 minutes.
Okay. Now,
9 minutes.
But Pat has sat himself back down. You've heard of a Chat GPT.
Very good.
Which is an AI, artificial intelligence. It can write things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
But we've put down a little challenge here, and I'm calling it Pat GPT. And we gave Mr. Godwin a story he has never seen. Mm-hmm. It's about a boomerang, and who has the story now?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, do you want Oscar to read it?
No, you can read it. But Pat has only had a few minutes to get this and write a song about it. So what's the story, Christy Lee?
The world's oldest known boomerang is even older than scientists once believed, by as many as 10,000 years. The curved tool was carved from a mammoth tusk and discovered in a Polish cave. It's now estimated to be between 39,400 and 22,000 years old. While it was built to be thrown, experts confirm it did not return to the thrower.
See, this only helps my argument about it. They don't know how the bones go back together. They misdated this by 10,000 years. How does something like that happen?
Yeah,
meaning this ancient boomerang was likely used for hunting rather than sport.
Yeah, they're hunting for the boomerang.
But this is not in Australia.
No, it was in Poland.
In Poland.
The previous age estimate was around 30,000 years. Updated radiocarbon dating of nearby bones and artifacts led to the new timeline. So there you go.
But this is a boomerang made of a
mammoth
tusk, and it was used to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the picture of it?
I did not.
Yeah, it says whammo right there on the side. You see,
isn't a Polish boomerang just a stick?
Pat, now you've had just a few minutes to compose a song about this. I hope you did okay.
11 minutes. And of those 11 minutes,
I've had
by my
minutes.
count, 11 minutes. By my count, for the first time he mentioned it, 11 minutes, and by my count, you've used 5 of them explaining what we're doing.
Okay, well it's brand new.
Okay,
this may or may not work. In the meantime, while you did that, I took the story, loaded it into Chat GTP, and asked it to write a song. GPT. Sorry, the P and the T are very close in meaning. Okay, Pat, what have you got?
Won't come back. This boomerang won't come back. 10,000 years old. Maybe this relic has a crack. Once upon a time, once upon a time, wrong chord. It's the wrong chord. Once upon a time, it came back around.
Yeah.
But this one falls right to the ground. Oh, who really needs that?
Who really needs it?
A boomerang should come back.
A boomerang should come back.
It was used for hunting, caveman on the attack. Won't come back. Won't come back. Won't come back. Won't come back.
Yay!
I could do it again with the right chords. I made one mistake.
Pat, that was great. See, what I'm trying to prove a point here.
Well,
the importance of the creativity of man versus machine. Pat whipped that thing together. He had no knowledge that was coming. Referencing a class, I love that song, the John Sebastian song, the theme to Welcome Back, Kotter, of course. And John Sebastian, friend of the show, very nice guy.
Okay, so what Chat GPT write?
Oh, it's terrible.
It doesn't have a melody.
Well, no, I don't have. I didn't have time to do it that way. But I'm sure that I can find a program that'll do that. We can try that tomorrow if you like. It's more of a poem.
Oh, what's the poem?
In Poland's depths, a cave concealed, a curving tool, long time had sealed. Already.
So it wrote a.
It's a poem, in effect.
It wrote a poem. Okay.
From mammoth tusk it once took flight, a hunter's aid, not sport's delight. Though boomerang by name it's known, this ancient ark came not back home. Some 40,000 years it lay in silence waiting for today. Australia's boomerang still boasts the art of flight that haunts the coast. That makes no sense. But Europe's tusk-born flightless wing was made to hunt, not loop or sing.
Wow, that stinks on us.
Yeah, isn't that terrible? Yeah. It sounds
kind of poetic.
Well, of course it's poetic. It's a poem.
Right.
As a rule.
I don't know if it's poetic or not.
Well, not all poems are poetic.
Okay.
Half-ass poetic.
I'm with you, Jeff. It's a lot better than I thought it would be.
But there you go. Our new trick, Pat GPT. Pat, an A+.
Yes.
No, missed the chord. Very unhappy with myself.
It's 40,000 years old, not 10,000.
It says 10,000 in my thing.
No, it says by as many as 10,000 it was once.
You ruin comedy.
Andy, your thoughts on this?
Andy, that's not the only thing she wrote.
It's easy to change it.
Comedy.
Okay, now let's get...
Chat GPT got it right.
Home line.
Now, when we do the story again, we'll do it again in an hour. Pat.
10,000 years right at the top.
No, Pat.
What does that say?
What does it say? It says the world's oldest known boomerang is even older than scientists once believed by as many as 10,000 years. It's now estimated to be between 39,000 and 42,000 years old.
I had 6 minutes. I saw 10,000.
It was a nice song. We'll do it again later.
I want to do it again now. I'm so mad.
No, we're not going to do it now. But that's an interesting story. And there's also the Polish people. I don't know why they suffer all these jokes. It's just not fair.
It's fun. It's fun. I'm Polish.
For those with Polish heritage.
Purposes of this joke, shut up. No, you're. Oh,
you are Polish. What was the name getting off the boat for your grandfather?
Kanowski.
You're a Gazundai.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Lots of consonants.
And who changed it to Oskar? Your dad?
My grandfather, when he arrived at Ellis. When he got off the boat, he had a little trouble getting work because they didn't like the Polish back then. So
he went to Oskar. And Oskar does sound like Pig Latin.
It sounds, it's made, that's the thing. People are like, oh, what nationality? It's made up. That's the nationality.
So there are not a lot of Oskars out there?
No, if you meet an Oskar, they're related to me.
Okay.
F.J. Oskar.
Yeah.
And where's the best place to do that? Prison?
Oh, my gosh.
Now, Jeff having a prison background, what do you base that on? Just his beard? Is that
exactly, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay, good.
That's what I thought.
By the way, I have a suggestion for something out there.
Yeah?
You watch TV, you see a lot of those commercials for lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know the answer to this. I'm just asking. There are certain lawyers that specialize in motorcycle accidents.
Sure.
The guy with the bike, sure.
Yeah,
and some of them I know are really good. I know a couple of them personally.
Of course.
But do you think they should dress as like suits and ties like the typical TV lawyer, or should they wear biker gear?
Well, the guy the guy with the bike wears leather.
Yeah, especially those billboards. Haven't you seen those?
Yeah. But have you seen the guy? There's a couple guys that don't, and then there's a couple guys that go full Harley.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is you can kind of tell it's just some stagehand said, here, put this kerchief on. Yeah. Take off your suit, put on the kerchief, and here's a brand new Levi jacket.
Show me a non-time traveler who uses the word kerchief. Can you? I would like to see that. Hey, that's a dandy kerchief you're wearing.
Well, see, this is why I'm asking questions here. I'm trying to be enlightened.
I think it's weird that they just aim it at the bikers.
Right?
Like they don't have a lawyer who's like in the woods digging a hole. He's like, call me. I murdered my wife and got away with it. I'm the only lawyer that ever has. Like they have, or the DUI lawyer is just driving down the road.
No.
Beer cans out the window.
I've seen that one.
Have you really?
I've seen a TV commercial for not here.
When
I was on vacation, he was the DUI guy.
I'm the guy who drinks and drives. I'll get you off.
I mean, if you drive into Metro Chicago, every third billboard is a lawyer.
Yep.
I know, I get it. I mean, it makes sense. If the biker guys, that's a whole industry.
Right, but that's the only niche lawyer.
I get what you're saying.
Like there's not the guy who's like, I'm the lawyer who drives Corvettes, and I'll sue if you got in a wreck in your Corvette.
How about a guy for the blue collar embezzler? And there's a guy standing there with a barrel. Been stealing from the company? I'm your lawyer.
Exactly.
But pay me
Or
first.
the arson guy.
Just holding a match.
And who do you suppose is the, because those are obviously very regional is there a national one?
Oh, yeah, because I've heard.
Is the bankruptcy guy, is he still out there?
Depends on who you're listening to, but when I was in South Carolina, that same firm is also here.
So they have, okay.
That one guy stands up on top of a semi. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the hammer.
The hammer. Oh, yeah. I don't know if he's nationwide. I know he's got a pretty big footprint.
Yeah.
But there was one guy that was super famous for bankruptcy law. And Donnie Baker used to always want to use him for everything else.
Peter Francis?
Yes, Peter Francis Geraci.
Geraci, yes.
Yeah, that guy. I don't know if he's still out there, and I haven't seen his commercials lately. But God bless him if he is. Good luck, sir.
God bless.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. If you're just joining us, if you've already been here, hey, thanks for hanging with us. We are coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I look around the room, and I see, there's a Pat Godwin with our new challenge. Did you like the challenge, Pat?
Yeah, it was fun, actually.
We'll try it again.
Terrifying, because I went back there, forgot my glasses, had to run back in here.
You lost a couple minutes.
I lost a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But you did a good job. Once again, it's going to be called Pat GPT, proving once again, what was the story? Was it John Henry with the hammer proving that a man was better than a machine, right? Remember that old story?
No.
No one. What was
that like Pecos Bill and Paul Bunyan and stuff like that? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
coming through
that's right.
But in any event, we're trying to go man versus machine in the world of AI.
You got to be careful with AI, kids. It has Pat and I married. Did you know that?
What?
I put something in about a bio of the show, and it said Christy Lee married to Pat Godwin. I was like, what?
Yeah, there's. I had an even more interesting one.
Oh, really?
I did it on the plane coming back from England over the weekend to see what my connection was.
Right.
To see how it would work out. Wrong gate, wrong flight. And I double checked that I put in all the right information and it gave me wrong information.
Yeah, you have to be very careful.
So
it's still a machine.
You wouldn't. Why would you
And why wouldn't you use the app?
Why wouldn't you just go to the airline app instead of asking chat?
Because I was testing it. I had the information right in my hand. I had my piece of paper.
I see what you're doing.
I wanted to see how it worked.
Right.
And it gave me the wrong information.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, but Christy is raising a good point. You don't want to count on it.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to double check.
Yeah.
Double check your work, kids.
Have you ever, in the course of your life, have you ever had the thing in which someone gives you a pickup time at the airport and then forgets to tell you that the plane got canceled and you drive out there and there's no one there?
That's never happened.
Because people communicate with me.
You know something? That is overrated, and I resent it. And I don't know why everyone is attacking me this morning.
Somebody talks to me in the hallway.
That's right, darling.
I count on the cell phones. And people texting me and telling me what I'm supposed to do instead of just guessing or asking chat, whatever it is.
No, back in the day, it happened to me.
Did it really?
I don't doubt it for a second.
Now, do you remember the time I told you that Haywood called me on a random night? He goes, "Hey, you want to have dinner?" I said, "What are you doing in town?" He goes, "Oh, well, I had a gig in Columbus, but turns out it's next week."
Once again, not surprising.
No, that doesn't surprise anybody.
Well, we have
kind of a Luddite.
We have a bunch of letters here, and I got a really good one over here. How about you, Chick? You got any good letters over there?
Dear Bob and Tom Show, I'm a longtime sufferer and many-time emailer from Louisville. Go by the name of Jamie. I would love to introduce you to a Cubs player by the name of Seiya Suzuki.
Oh,
Ya
Suzuki.
Yes, that's right. Ya Suzuki. Seiya Suzuki.
Suzuki.
His first name is Seiya.
Say ya.
So I will put like Saquon. Seiya.
So
Isn't that a song?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And by the way, Cowboys fan here, I too hate Jerry Jones.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, and I also I hate him as much as Tom hates the big fat lady for TSA. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of TSA love I'm getting here. Coming up, we have a great letter from Janesville, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, lots of people.
Sure.
And it's a really fun letter. And we'll be hearing from Matt momentarily, and perhaps from you if you want to get a hold of us. It's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Right now, if you want to get a hold of Peace of Mind.
Simply Safe is the way to go, Tom. A system that works to prevent break-ins before they ever happen in the first place. Get peace of mind from Simply Safe. We use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios. Most security systems only take action after somebody's broken in. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection. Help stop break-ins before they happen. AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents detect suspicious activity around your property. And if someone's lurking, Simply Safe agents talk to them in real time. They can turn on spotlights, even call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. You can see why Simply Safe is better. And it's been named the best home security system of 2025 by CNET, ranked #1 in customer service by Newsweek and USA Today. Monitoring plans start around $1 a day, and they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. Visit simplysafetom.com to claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan to get your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. And remember, 50% off and your first month free. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
We got it right here. The cameras are great. Thank you very much, Simply Safe. Coming up, we have the results of that weird trial in Australia that's getting international publicity where the lady is alleged to have killed her ex-in-laws by serving them bad mushrooms. Also, a new Barbie is out there that is somewhat unusual. And I love the game Operation. You know, where you, with the electric game. I know you're not going to believe me. I'm really good at it.
I bet you are.
I'm really good at it.
You fancy yourself as a doctor anyway.
But I have very, very steady hands, as you know.
We all believe you, Tom.
It's just an attribute that God gave me.
Okay. There you go.
One of a handful.
That's a giant penis, and you're set, buddy.
Yeah, that's ergo the word cocky.
There you go.
Coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Haven't seen you in a while. Did you get married?
I did, yeah. And very happily, yeah. The only thing I want to say is that I don't think her parents like me very much.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it's too bad. I mean, it's hard to tell. Well, just one example is, there was one time that we took a selfie and then she sent it to her dad. And he wrote back and she goes, "Oh," and I was like, "Well, what's that?" And, "Oh, yeah, he said something nice." I'm like, "He said something nice?" Because I don't think he likes me very much. Let me see what it was. And he said, "That Henry sure is a lucky guy." And I'm like, "Babe, that's not a compliment at all. He's literally just saying I'm not worthy of his daughter. Somehow I tricked the system and got lucky and scammed everybody into this. Like, that's not, how did you see that was a nice compliment to me?" And then her mom, very similar situation. I was like, "So is your mom like me? I mean, what's going on there?" And she goes, yeah. She says you're fine. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Well, how did she say it?" And then she said, I asked her, "What'd you think?" And then she said, "He's fine. What do you want me to say?" And I was like, okay. So anyway, I'm getting a compliment. Well, I don't know. Yeah. They both, I mean, they're a wonderful family. Her dad and her brother literally built their house with their bare hands on a vacant lot. Like, they're those types of people. And they can't make anything out of me. They're like, "So what do you do again?" It's like, it's a digital content creator. I don't know. Can I work for you? I don't know. But
but actually, yeah, no, very happily, and it's been a good time.
Good. And you are a digital content creator.
I guess I am now.
You want to explain the name of your thing?
Yeah, so about 14 years ago, I was in the throes of extreme depression and probably drinking way too much, and I was broke. And I started watching YouTube videos of people cooking. And I thought, well, maybe this will be my thing. I could do this, And so I've never cooked before in my life, but I started teaching people how to make things like chili and asparagus and stuff like that. And it sort of took off. And at this point, I have more than 100,000 followers on YouTube, and I've got millions of views on some of these videos. And here I am 14 years later. I'm still broke. I still drink a lot, and I'm still in the throes of an extreme depression. But
other than that, it's good.
Yeah, other than that, yeah, no, it's been
where do they find this?
A lot of fun. So this is if you put in Henry's Kitchen on YouTube, and I also have a website, henrys.kitchen, and that's got my tour dates and all the social media and everything, but it's really fun. I got a retweet from Snoop Dogg recently. That was interesting. And,
nice.
And Slash, and like every now and then there'll be some celebrity, and they'll give me a shout out, and it's been a real adventure, and I'm having a blast with it. But yeah, digital content creator, I guess. It's very different.
And you've got a guitar in your hand right now.
Yeah. So why don't I do, since I am on a little mini tour here right now. Wait, do you guys hear that guitar okay?
Yeah, I hear it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goose the volume a little bit on your end.
Sound all right?
Yeah, sounds good.
I am on a little mini tour. Why don't I do this song here? This is a little song about that I used to sing for the ladies when I picked them up on dates. These are the things in my car, all of the wonderful things in my car. A broken guitar, a Cuban cigar, some pee in a jar, the things in my car. They may not be luxury, but they are everything I need. So come with me and you can see the things in my car. So if I was lucky, I'd bring the girl back to my apartment and I'd sing this next verse here. These are the things in my apartment. All of the wonderful things in my apartment. A little compartment with a silk undergarment and pills for penile enlargement and a letter from the police department. The things in my apartment. There's some cat poo on the mat, and I don't even have a cat. So tell me what you think of that and the things in my apartment. By now, the girl would be long gone, but I do this next song, this next part of the song by myself. These are the things in my room. All of the wonderful things in my room. A dusty old broom, a Batman costume, a book by Judy Blume, a bag of mushrooms, a general sense of impending doom. The things in my room. They may not be luxury, but they are all of the world to me. So come and build a life with me and the things in my room. The things in my room.
Very nice.
Yeah. No, that song is definitely got me some action.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That's a panty killer.
and you don't even have a cat. Henry Phillips
And
is
you
our
wonder
guest.
why your in-laws don't like it.
I know, yeah, it's
Have you
hard to
sang for them,
explain.
your in-laws?
No, I haven't. Maybe I should try to
Maybe you
woo,
should write them a song.
woo that. Yeah, that'll seal the deal with them. Yeah.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Hey, looking for the link to sync with Bob and Tom VIP? Yeah? It's right there at bobandtom.com.
$1,000.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Oskey, Pat Godwin, Christy Lee, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom. How are you?
Doing great.
Good.
No, we were talking about those lawyer ads on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of them that they specialize in motorcycle accidents.
Yeah.
And my question was a simple one. What do you think? Do you think the guy should dress, more bikerish or more lawyerish? Because there's two different approaches.
I thought we covered this.
We decided the biker guy was the guy.
Yeah, the guy that, and again, but sometimes the guy that says he's a biker, you kind of look at him and go, I don't think so.
Yes, but the one we're talking about is dressed as a biker.
Where's the kerchief, remember?
Yeah, but the one guy looks, there's
and
one.
a leather vest.
Yeah, there's one where the guy looks like a stagehand, said, here, put my vest on, and then handed him put this bandana on your head and less Brill cream, pal. Anyway, but it reminded me, I saw
Brill
this.
cream, kerchief.
I saw this other day. I like to observe my fellow motorists, and I saw this big fat guy.
Yes, I saw this
As
big,
opposed to driving and looking at the highway.
Right.
big fat guy.
He doesn't observe us.
Tom, what was the big fat guy doing? Eating?
No, but he was on this big Harley and
Oh, yeah.
just scary looking dude. But he was wearing he was wearing a suit with this little skinny tie. And I thought, wow, are they the Jehovah's Witnesses? Are they? I don't know. They kind of. This guy comes to my door. You're damn right. I want to buy a watchtower.
Is there a weight requirement for Jehovah's Witnesses? Maybe.
I don't know.
I've never seen a fat one.
I've never seen a fat one either.
Maybe he was just some fat guy with a tie.
Maybe he was going to work.
Wait, he was on a bike?
No, Harley.
Oh, on a Harley. He was probably headed to court. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, you know something?
Did he have his pants kind of
Wait a minute.
cinched up at all?
If you get a DUI, you can't you can ride a scooter. You can't. What are the parameters there? I don't know.
Under 50 cc.
In this state, yeah. And by the way, I want to congratulate the guy that I saw yesterday morning on a black bicycle, wearing all black, driving in the wrong lane with no light and no reflectors. If I'd hit you, buddy, I would have kept going.
Tom, I know it seems like we're picking on you this morning, but you seem to see one of these people dressed in all black. I'm going to say 3 to 5 times.
He's up to no good.
3 to 5 times a week. And he's breaking into houses.
You cannot buy a bicycle in this country that doesn't have a reflector on it. Oh, this guy
he took them off. Huh?
Yeah,
so nobody's seeing.
Oh,
him.
he's doing it on purpose. You're saying?
Case in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm serious.
And then the ladies would walk dressed all in black.
Oh, those walking ladies.
The walking ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does happen.
I think they're trying to get hit so they can call one of those lawyers on TV.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just saying, if you're wearing all black, no reflector, and I hit you, it's going to be a hit and run because it's your fault. Okay?
Yeah, try that in a court of law.
Well, that's why you run away. There's no trial if they don't know who you are.
That's why you peel out.
Exactly.
They don't.
Exactly.
They don't ever find hit and run drivers. Do
I know where the do-it-yourself car wash is. Okay. I thought this through.
All you need is you got a trunk load of bleach in there. Hey, we got a letter, Tom. Dear Bob and Tom Show. Today I saw a video of running the bulls in Spain, which is going on as I'm talking.
What is it?
San Fermin?
San Fermin. Okay.
A cheese festival. This is Gil. He says, I could have sworn I saw Josh Arnold casually downing a piece of pizza when a bull came rushing by.
If there's a way we could get a video of that, I would pay big money for it.
So be honest, come clean. Josh isn't there. He's not on the show this week because he's running with the bulls in Pamplona, isn't he?
I bet he would do it.
Run with the bulls?
I bet he wouldn't. He would.
You know
I don't think you would do it.
You know what I'd do is I'd stand. They have those balconies over the street. I'd stand up in there and watch everybody.
Josh would watch it. I don't think he'd run.
But I think Josh has a literary background.
I'm a watcher.
And because this is famous because of the Hemingway book, The Sun Also Rises, I think he would go do it. And then what happens, people get caught up in it, and they stay up all night drinking, and then they release the bulls in the morning.
They say you can't be intoxicated and run.
Right.
It's part of the rule.
Right. It's Spain, okay?
A lot of alcohol content.
I think it's
breathalyzer.
Oscar, you'd do this, wouldn't you?
No.
Oh.
You and I both know one guy that did it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Frank.
Frank. He did it, and I'm guessing he wasn't completely sober.
No, probably not.
Oh, yeah. Now, I got another great letter here, Chick.
Go right ahead.
This comes to us from, are you familiar with Janesville, Wisconsin?
I am. I lost it in a divorce.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
This comes to us from Matt. We were talking about naming cars. You had some article, Christy, about how, what was it?
People nickname their cars.
It's a pretty hefty percentage.
70% or something.
Yeah, and especially younger folks, apparently.
Yeah.
This comes to us from Matt. I have a 1970 Chevelle. Those are awesome, by the way. Named Hank. With a 454 BBC, and he says, look it up. I assume that means it's very serious. I also have a 76 Chevy K10 pickup named Fred. Fred was built in the Janesville, Wisconsin GM assembly plant and is named after my wife's deceased grandfather who retired from that plant. My son and I are currently fixing the truck up to be his first vehicle. He's 13 now, so we got 3 more years to get Fred back on the road. Wish us luck. That is great.
That is great. Good luck.
That is so cool. So it's possible that this guy's, would it be great-grandfather built part of that truck many years ago? That's awesome.
I'm surprised you didn't mention your love of the name Hank and the television show that you like so much.
Well, there was a great TV show called Hank.
Hank?
What?
Hank was about a guy that couldn't afford to go to college.
Right.
Yeah.
So he would disguise himself in order to go to classes.
Yeah, he would.
And he had this truck. He would sell stuff, and he was dating the president of the college's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell show was this?
It was a great show. But what's really interesting is the guy that played Hank. I found it a few years ago. There's an interesting book about him. He was actually quite a good actor, and he was a closeted gay man and was murdered in a robbery.
Oh, my God.
Dick Kallman.
Yeah, Dick Kallman. There's a terrific novel about that.
I really doubt it's terrific.
No, it's very good.
Okay.
1965, Hank was on.
I was a kid, but I mean, I really enjoyed it. And it kind of gave you a feel for what college was like. And by the way, it had a happy ending. It had a happy ending on the TV show.
Yes.
He ends up getting a full scholarship to go to college.
Aw. Wasn't that
But it was kind of sweet.
So just the one season?
Yeah, it was canceled. But this guy was a pretty good actor, but he was kind of like the second tier guy. And but he was in some really big Broadway shows. But he was killed in a murder.
In like 1980, yeah.
It's a fascinating story, actually. I'm trying to remember the name of the book.
The story of this show is really, the synopsis is very sad of Hank.
Oh, of the real person?
Yeah,
there he is.
Yeah, there he is. There's of Dick Kallman.
No, the story. He's orphaned. He's trying to help support his sisters. And he's going to foster care. And
yes, he's a great kid.
Is he working at a
He's
joint?
a lunch truck. He has his own lunch truck.
It was voted the second saddest television show of the time.
Other than
the saddest Queen for the
Queen for a Day.
Yeah.
Saddest.
That was.
Tell us your awful story.
Now, do you know what Queen for a Day was, Jeffrey?
No.
Was Hank on that too?
This is true. Because the description of it, you'd say they would never do this. They would bring 3 ladies on, and they would tell their story. And then they would vote. The saddest story would get like a Speed Queen dishwasher or something.
And then they brought her up, put her on a throne, gave her a crown, and named her Queen for a Day.
I mean, unbelievably sad.
Did any of the queens have a black eye?
Oh, Jeff.
Well,
sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm the one who ruined the show.
Oh, God. Sorry, I'm trying to find the name of the novel for Stop talking.
Phone on?
I can't get it to stop talking. Stop talking to me.
What happened?
My phone won't
Tom's
stop.
just existing over there. He's having a little trouble.
A Siri issue?
Yeah, sorry. Where were we?
Don't say sorry.
Okay. Yeah, Hank. Good TV show.
Yep.
And,
I thought that'd make you happy. Yep.
yeah, and a name that's made a nice comeback. The great Hank Green, John Green's brother, terrific podcaster, great guy. Now, let's just move forward here.
Hank is a name making a comeback, yeah.
Don't you call named Hank?
Don't you call shooting snot out of your nose
Hank? Yes, you do. Contextually, that tends to
gave him a Hank.
Dirty the waters of the nice discussion we were just having. When we come back, we'll dip our toes into the world of sports, and we have another exciting song coming up from Pat Godwin. Is that correct? Or are you done for the day? Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Pat's stewing over there. Starting next Wednesday night, Mr. Godwin will be live and in person in Sarasota, Florida at McCurdy's.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere near there, you must go see the shows. Is it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
And Sunday.
Oh, my
I'm going to
gosh.
be there. Do I have to go?
You do not have to go if you're with that attitude.
Wow.
Jeez.
I have a
Way to
joke.
sell tickets. Do I have to go?
We are coming right back.
Blow the roof off.
These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share a letter or comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Extend. Canada is just one big bleh. I don't know. I know where Windsor is, and
the home of
the Windsor Ballet, the strip club. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing this to me? Yeah. Shut up.
I'm telling you.
And Paul Schaefer's from Thunder Bay. That's
trying to give your story something of a spine so that we can understand what's happening.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
No, you're saying.
Thanks, everybody. I don't know what happened to Jay. Well, you were acting like a puppet master and putting words in his mouth Oh, would that upset him? Yeah, I think it probably.
Well, see, because this gets to my fundamental beef about naming teams. Why are they called the Los Angeles Lakers?
Because they were the Minneapolis Lakers and they didn't change the name. Grow up, read a book.
No, so were you assuming that the Edmonton Oilers used to be in Houston?
It's a fair question, Chick. We don't know.
I'm sorry, I missed your question.
You were asking why they were called the Edmonton Oilers. Was there oil there?
American students are woefully undertaught about Canada.
Yeah.
We should know a little bit more about it.
Certainly are. Absolutely. It should be one big country. Why can't we annex Canada?
It's real close, I hear.
Northern.
It's real close, yeah.
Northern America.
Yeah, you hear all about Mexico almost daily. Nothing about Canada.
You know the weird thing about Canada? Michigan touches Canada.
Yeah.
What? Also Wisconsin. Also Washington and Maine, I guess. Figure it out. Let's get one state, one border.
But as far as I know, that's it. No other states touch Canada. That's all
what you're saying is that's where we're building
I'm not saying anything to you. I'm not speaking to you.
You're saying we're building a wall.
Shut your mouth. Talk to Josh. Get off my ass. Not today.
Get off his ass. Not today.
Take your pick.
Where we lose Chick, 601.
Oh, fake anger? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fake today.
Coming up.
This is real as the heart attack I'm planning.
And then you did what? To who? And what was his name?
Hey,
was he left-handed? Yes. I'm just trying to give your story some spine.
Can I have your little car?
Why don't you shut up?
Shut up. You still have payments on that, or can I just take it outright?
That's a valid question.
Do I have to take over the payments on the little one?
No, you can't get me back. You can't get me back. It's over.
I don't want your back. I want your car.
It's over. You can't get. Why would I give you my car if I hate you? Why?
I think there are a lot.
Why?
A lot of people who've gotten divorced that have given away some really nice cars.
Fired up already, didn't you?
Oh God, I got the papers.
After I bent over backwards to put you on the poster. Oh no!
Oh my God!
Let me tell you something. This is a radio show. Every now and then we're on YouTube, or all the time we're on YouTube. I don't know how it works. Something about zeros and ones. I don't know.
Sure.
If you spent 1/10 of the time, this is serious. If you spent 1/10 of the time you do making posters, we would be on whatever. Everybody would have to listen to us. It would be a government mandate. That's the kind of
North Korea
crap we have to put up with because of your stupid effing posters.
No, I can have it redone without you.
He's very. I would love to see that.
I can get that done.
Please.
That's one click.
I bet you can't without hearing the history of the trumpet. I bet you can't do that. But you go ahead.
Our art director plays the trumpet. It's a very nice poster, and you'll be able to see it if you're joining us in Iowa coming up.
Yes, it's a poster.
Osceola, Iowa.
Oh, you're gonna do the radio show or anything? You're gonna have fun? You're gonna laugh? Well, yeah. But there's a poster.
He slaves over them.
There's a poster.
We'll be signing it.
There's a poster.
I know,
for
it's
our
perfect,
fans
too.
I'll stand over Chick's shoulder
And
when he signs
it's
it.
like
CEO T-H-I-C-K.
It's like a playing card. Can we make him any smaller? I don't know. Wow. I got this poster. We'll move an actual poster. Oh, there it is behind it. Okay.
The larger ones are being printed today.
Sure they are. Sure they are.
Chick, well
On
done.
unborn panda pelts? Is that what you're making them out of, right? What is wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm doing just fine.
Staying out. Don't look at me.
You're not in the poster, Christy, because you're not going to be
I
there.
can't be there, sadly.
Where are we going to be? We're going to be at Osceola, Iowa, coming up Friday morning.
Don't forget your poster.
Oh, now Tom's going to get really mad.
No,
that's never happened before in my life.
I have time to. I really get. I do have time to remove Chick from the poster.
Well, do please, please.
Then you wouldn't have to sit there and sign them for the next 2 hours.
Oh yeah, there's probably going to be 10,000 posters at the last minute because, we had to have a trumpet solo. And then,
When you become the Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So, for clarity's sake, Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal.
Yeah. More or less. Get it? More or less.
Woo! Party! Oh, okay, let's settle down. Because now, here's where I tell you how to become a Bob and Tom VIP. First, click on the link at bobandtom.com. Then, you'll figure it out.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Jeff Oskey is here. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. Just to catch up, you had mentioned we had a nice letter from a guy from Wisconsin talking about the fact that his wife's grandfather had worked at the auto plant there, the GM assembly plant years ago. And he now has one of those trucks from days gone by that he's fixing up for his son, which is really cool to think that
he named the truck after the decedent.
Yeah, after Fred. So that's really cool. And he also has another vehicle, a 1970 Chevelle 454 BBC, and he said, "Look it up."
BBC.
Yeah.
Sure, that's what
it says here. 454. Okay. And in any event, that one is named Hank. And you mentioned the classic TV show, Hank, which was
which no one else saw but you.
Yeah, certainly a different era. Not an extremely popular show, but it was about a kid that's trying to work his way through kind of the American.
A lot darker than we remember, I think.
Yeah, but what's dark? There's a semi-fictionalized account of that actor Dick Hellman's life. It's called Up with the Sun. And it's a really good book.
Is it S-O-N or S-U-N?
S-U-N. It's a terrific story. This guy, that actor was actually murdered in a jewelry theft. It's
my gosh.
Fascinating story.
Terrifying.
And there's a lot of other stuff going on.
Was he murdered by a guy dressed in black on a black bike?
No. But we can move forward here. Do you want to get to the mailbag or to the sporting scene?
Well, you got a mailbag? Christy has a mailbag.
Okay, and then I got a great one. What have you got?
This is from Sherry. Hello, awesome people.
Cherry.
Hate that song?
It's Cheri. Maybe it's Cherry.
Cherry.
I have a pink Jeep.
I bet she doesn't have a pink cherry. I'm guessing that ship has sailed.
Whoa.
It's not a Poussette.
Her name is.
What?
This is Sherry. I'm going to go with Sherry in Toledo. And her pink Jeep is named
Her pink what?
Fanny.
Did you say Pink Jeep?
Pink Jeep is named
Pink Jeep.
Fanny.
Pink Jeep's named Fanny.
He goes, you UK natives will know why.
Oh dear God! So it's the front naughty.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fanny here's backside. Fanny there is the front naughty.
Yeah.
Oh, they switched it around?
Yeah, ergo. I think the Americans switched it around. I think. It really changes the meaning of that song. Take a load off Fanny.
Yeah.
Ugh, man, that's kind of creepy. That kind of leads to this one. I had been asking about. I think my cell phone may have gone off on the show the other day.
No.
And I was also you were asking why, and because I leave it on, so when my alarm goes off, it wakes me up. And then you explained to me that if you put it on silent mode, the alarm still works.
Yes. Right.
Well, there should be an asterisk on that thing, then, so it's not really silent. The larger point being, I asked, like if you're in an operating theater,
Right.
do the doctors and do they leave their phones on? Do they ever take phone calls?
Whoa.
I mean, is it
I'm
like
sure they do.
Hey, Nurse Johnson, hold this guy's heart. I've got to.
Yeah.
I think they're a bit busy.
Well, that's what I thought, but then I got this letter here.
Haven't you seen the medical shows? Close for me. I have to take this call. Stuff like that. That happens all the time.
Okay, well, that's TV, but this is reality.
Oh.
This comes to us from Nicole. She says, Tom, you were wondering if surgeons have their phones on in the OR. I'm here to tell you, yes.
Blowing the lid off it.
What did she say? In the OR, we answer the phone all the time. The funniest time, a lady was having to reschedule a Brazilian wax in the middle of surgery. Oh, see, there you go. What? Isn't that nice to know?
So her surgeon was having a Brazilian wax later in the day?
Apparently, must have been a lady surgeon. They're very qualified, as you know.
I say that. Yes.
Or is the lady having the procedure also getting a Brazilian wax?
Well, that'd be interesting. Hey, wait a minute. Don't take the appendix out till they rip off the first hair-laden strip of wax.
Well, how do they do? I mean,
Maybe
it's a sterile environment.
We've stumbled upon.
They weren't Brazilian waxing.
No,
the doctor
they wrap
was getting
their phone in something so they can answer it while they're gloved up and
2-for-1 waxing.
I assume
You're
someone.
the one that says your phone's so full of germs all the time.
Oh, I think 99% of all phones are covered in E.
Then
coli.
why would you bring it into an OR?
Well, maybe they have a sterilization machine like they have at the nail cutting stores.
Nail cutting stores, not the salons.
Salons. You know what I'm talking. What are those places called?
A salon.
Salon.
Yeah.
Don't they have
A
some?
nail salon.
Don't they have a machine like it's a microwave? They put all the metal stuff in, and it.
How does anyone know what you're talking about ever?
I imagine that maybe someone will hold a phone up on speaker to the doctor.
But they still have to hold the phone. That's what I'm saying.
Then they have like an earbud.
Yeah, I guess
how
they can do
every person under 30 walks around with one in now.
Can you answer your phone without hands free?
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't use it.
It's like
I
a
don't
tap
know.
method, yeah.
Oh,
See,
really?
but then you touch it though. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Living with you is like playing a game of charades all day long.
That's right. It's a challenge.
you can answer your phone without touching it. Quadriplegics have iPhones.
Oh,
hello, answer the phone, stuff like that. Sure.
Okay, well, we'll maybe someone knows more about this. We'll find out.
Okay.
I believe it's
good to
the
know.
accessibility feature.
Oh, okay. Well, very nice. Thank you. Right now, we are accessible to the world of sporting news with Chick McGee. Right over there, I can see him. What's happening?
Veronica Burton had 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and Kayla Thornton had 18 and 8 boards. Golden State Valkyries beat the Indiana Fever in Indianapolis yesterday, 80-61, to spoil Caitlin Clark's return. Caitlin had just 10 points, 4-12 shooting. The Fever scored their second fewest points of the season with that 61. Clark returned after missing the past 5 games with a left groin injury. The All-Star captain participated in practice Monday. First time she'd done that since getting hurt back on June 26th. The All-Star game coming up on the 19th in Indianapolis. Speaking of All-Star games, Major League Baseball All-Star game Monday, Home Run Derby. Next Tuesday, the All-Star game in Atlanta, and Junior Caminero announced he will take part in the Home Run Derby. That means that the Mariners' Cal Raleigh, they call him the Big Dumper, Tom. You know him. James Wood, Byron Buxton, O'Neill Cruz, Ronald Acuna Jr., and 2 more contestants are still to be announced for the home run derby. Possibly the Yankees infielder Jazz Chisholm Jr. will participate. One of the greatest names in Major League Baseball history.
Jazz Chisholm. Surprised they haven't shortened that.
Chisholm.
Yeah, Chisholm.
And
let's write a poem. There once was a man named Chisholm.
Okay, that brings us to Tom Brady and Sofia Vergara. Is that a thing? Well, apparently the internet had me a blast. It's going crazy on the internet, Tom. The retired NFL star and Modern Family actress evidently have been spending some time together. They met at the Bezos wedding, and now they're last photographed in Ibiza. How do you say that?
Ibiza.
It is Ibiza.
Sounds like you've got a lift.
It's
Ibiza.
Her birthday is today, I believe.
Well, you should be proud of yourself that you know when Sofia
Vergara's birthday is. That's just because I looked ahead at today in history. So, look at that.
You're cheating. There they are. I don't know who the guy is in the middle, but he's some influencer, I'm guessing. So there you go.
Sunglasses at night.
Sophia.
What a douchebag.
Vergara. Yeah, I know.
Anyway, sunglasses at night, just automatic a-hole. Unless you're blind, if you've got sunglasses on, you're a dick. No, it's true. Sorry.
I thought you loved Tom Brady. You wanted him to come back and win a gold medal for flag football. What happened to all that? Were you trying to call up Sophia and he got in there and blocked you? Is that what happened?
Oh, no.
Boy, she is falling out of that dress in that photo. Huh?
No wonder.
Josh would be over the top. He loves her.
He does. She just got divorced from Joe Manganiello or whatever you say.
So I have a chance?
Yeah, you have a chance.
No.
I hope she has some goggles because Brady's going to shower her with seed.
God.
He's going to what?
No. Like, he's so healthy. I mean, you can only imagine the quantity of.
Okay. Does that change with?
So a vegetarian
with fitness? Yeah, absolutely.
Is that right?
Of course. I'm trying to find out if you're right, Christy.
Yeah, I am right because she turns 53 on Thursday. I just read it.
No, born in 1972. Sofia Vergara. She does not look 53.
No.
Wow.
No.
And today is the buck moon, Tom. Did you know that?
What's the buck moon?
It's the full moon, the buck moon. It's
beautiful coming to work. Yeah.
The deer. It's nice and full at 4:37 this afternoon Eastern time.
Well, there was a buck on our ramp yesterday morning.
You can see
today.
A buck on our ramp right here.
Antlers are budding.
Yeah, but
God knows what it could have been a guy putting his trash out.
No, because
I saw a deer over there with antlers.
Mike Mark saw him too.
No. Well, what else?
If you got here early, you'd see them.
What else is Mike Mark going to say if you say, I saw it? Yeah, Tom, I saw it too. That's right.
Mr. Godwin, did you see it?
I saw him today, yes, at the entrance. Huge buck.
That's right. Whatever Tom said, I agree.
I knew you were going to do that, Jim.
I don't want to disappoint you. I think it does. Go ahead.
Sticks and stones may break.
How many different kinds of moons are there?
Okay.
You got your blue moon, your buck moon, your
one full moon a month, right?
You got your waxing.
Yeah, there's all these new kinds of moons.
Your gibbous.
They've always been there.
What you got there, Christy?
A picture for Oscar. It's a picture of Sofia Vergara laying on a yacht.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, the one with their butt hanging out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that.
Oh, I see.
That is.
I don't know if Tom
there
can
are
see
some
that.
sites that are pixelating her butt out.
Are you kidding?
And she's not like naked.
That's a lot of butt.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Pixelating that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Take a look.
Hello. I like there's a couple.
Happy birthday, Sophia.
That is nice. There's a couple glacier guys going down that crevasse.
Yeah. I'll spelunk down that.
Do we have an update on the Chihuahua and the crevasse?
No.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay, we'll look forward
Chihuahua
to that.
saved his owner.
Chihuahua, it died, by the way.
What?
Chihuahua did?
Yeah. You didn't get that?
No.
You see that in the news?
Well, it's best we not report it. Well, it's so far right now as we know, it's a happy story. If you talk about the Chihuahua dying,
they're going to write a book about it.
Not much.
The Chihuahua is alive and well.
Chihuahua's name?
Yeah.
Old Yeller.
Yeah.
Now, coming up, what do we have more sports?
Sure. We got a guy on fire, Tom.
All right.
He set himself on fire.
Oh,
On
good.
purpose?
Well,
In sports?
Why would you?
I hope it was Djokovic. The sooner he's dead, the happier I'll be. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Workplace stress got you down, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe you open up the computer, there's 300 emails, or you look at your calendar and it says, oh, we've got a 4-hour Zoom meeting. This kind of pressure sometimes it's too much. Maybe this is just one more reason you could use a little bit of counsel, a little bit of therapy. That's what BetterHelp is all about. It's about accessing, I should say, therapy online. And I should point this out, BetterHelp.com is the largest online therapy provider in the world. And the idea is to access mental health professionals by doing it online. And the way it works is, well, first of all, there are 30,000 therapists plus operating on this thing. And you've got more than 5 million people being served globally. The idea is you'll fill out a questionnaire, get matched up with a therapist that is a specialist perhaps in whatever it might be that you want to talk about. And you can switch therapists anytime. No additional fees are involved there. So find out what I'm talking about by visiting BetterHelp.com. I recommend going to BetterHelp.com/BT show. That way you'll get 10% off the fee for the first month. Once again, BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. Therapy can be very important, and this removes one of the barriers by making it so convenient. You can do it where you want to, when it's convenient for you. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, that guy is on fire in sports. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Exit the studio with the Whiz-O-Meter, and we have the crew standing by. Chick, are you going to come and follow me?
Yes. No,
okay.
This would be wonderful.
Do you want to explain what the Whiz-O-Meter is, Christy?
Yes, it's a small device that you hook to a urinal, and men, of course, urinate into the device, and it reads out a velocity, I guess, would be the correct term. It's like
Are you there, Tom? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
I hear you also, Chick. So you guys are moving down to the men's room.
I'll tell you something.
Kinda like a radar
camera
gun.
crew member is dressed in a race.
I see he's in a poncho, and you know, you take every precaution because these guys, you don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
I hope you don't get that bifurcated thing, you know.
We have set up the Whiz-O-Meter. Christy, it's kind of like a radar gun for urination.
Exactly,
but they don't use radar.
No.
Okay,
It uses a little wheel that you spin
We're
like
going
a
in the
hamster.
men's. We're going in.
You two are gonna. Are you two gonna whiz together at the same time?
No. Tom is at the urinal. I'm at the urinal.
Where's Chick?
Do you have the tester? Should we test it one time first? I have a squirter bottle with water in it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to squirt. This is a really heavy squirter. I don't think any human being could do. Okay, I'm squirting, and the Whiz-O-Meter is reading 10, 14, 8. Looks like the total readout, 14 was the high.
You know, you really didn't even squeeze it.
I was going to say.
Coming out of a squirt bottle. Are you sure it's not on
24
spray?
out of it.
Oh, my God.
There's it got up to 80. You got to squeeze it, Tom.
Yeah, that's what.
80?
80.
I can't go up to 80.
Well, I know you can't go up to 80, but you were like doing this like a little Nancy guy. Look at the little wheel go around.
Okay, Flomax. We'll see how you do. Okay, I'm gonna. So the way it works is after you Chick did it again, it's reading out 50. So it works like a radar gun.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to.
Are you gonna unzip and see what you got?
He's reaching.
Yeah. Now, we've not tried this with. No, I don't want to splash anybody here.
Oh,
well, let's hope not.
I'm getting ready to go. Okay, I'm going. I'm ripping it here. This is the best I can do.
Oh, God. This is no good.
What kind of speed?
There are people taking pictures.
What kind of speed you got going on?
I'm afraid there may be some additional audio.
You get a warm-up lap?
There may be some additional audio.
Yeah.
26 was the high.
I'm sorry, what?
26. 26? Oh my God!
There's your prostate check.
It looks like Chick, when you did it, there's water all over the floor. Okay, come on in, prostate king.
What?
Okay.
No, I'm not saying I'm going to do any better, but
okay, now Chick's going to get up there.
I have a shy bladder.
Well, I'm not going to look.
Oh, he's going to stand there for an hour trying to whiz because he has a shy bladder.
Phone. He needs 2 hands to handle the monster.
I can't.
Did you find it yet?
I don't know if I can.
He's digging. Have you found it yet?
I don't know if I can do this when everybody wants me.
Okay, are you going yet?
No.
No.
You haven't even started?
No, I can't do
Hey, everybody, turn your head.
Okay, nobody look. Oh my God! Think about Niagara Falls. Think about wet things. Think about Niagara Falls. Think about
water.
Turn the faucet on. I have to turn the faucet on. Jeez.
Why? You don't want to stay?
It works for my girls.
Here we go. Oh, he's finally started. Okay, there we go. How's it going?
What kind of?
Well, I can't get the wheel to turn. Now, if there's any kind of gaseous emission, it voids the readout. 26, 54, 56. Oh.
So,
Okay.
what'd you get? 56?
What is the readout? 56. 56.
Ooh, chick.
Very
And
impressive.
Tom, you had 20?
24.
What was mine? 20 something? 20.
Wow. Maybe you should have your prostate checked.
Are you still going? Yeah, I told you I had to go, man.
The test is over.
Maybe we can do a commercial break. The camel releases. Still going. Okay. Anybody else have to go? We've got the whole. Would you wait? I'm not done yet. I'm sorry. So the Wizometer. Let me see the readout.
Oh. The key is to get the wheel to spin. Sometimes your aim is a lot key to it. You probably didn't hit the wheel.
You have to aim?
You have to aim.
You can't arc it in there,
I got
Tom.
a question for you. Yeah. Who's going to take this thing out of the urinal?
Oh, well, I'm sure we can find an intern to do that for us.
Do we have any interns? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're heading back in.
Hi, it's Josh Arnold from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Bofa on the front.
What?
Bofa on the front.
What are we talking about?
D's nuts on the back. The new T-shirts. What do you think?
What are they going to say again?
Bofa.
On the front.
And then on the back, D's nuts. And another T-shirt.
Uh-oh. You're having chest pains.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm fine. I do very well. But I don't know what on the back yet. What do you think? Are you recording this?
Yeah, I used to do James Mason as a stand-up comedian.
Really?
So this hooker walks into a hardware store.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Howdy.
Pat Godwin.
Hey.
Jess Hooker.
Hello.
Hello, Jeff Hoskey.
Hi there, Chick McGee.
Hey, man. Ace Cosby's here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hello, sir.
And greetings to Miss Hooker.
Hi.
That is a great color on you, kind of a peachy, orangey,
It's red.
tangerine-ish.
It's more
Pink
than red.
red.
I think it's more than red.
I'm going to say coral.
There you go. That's even better. Yes.
Coral?
Fuchsia.
Okay. It was red at one time. It's just
There you go.
It's very nice.
worn, yeah.
Well, you know, Tom has. This is another little-known fact about Tom Griswold. He loves bright colors, so he gives him something to bleach in the wash. Am I right on this, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
For instance, that used to be a bright blue shirt.
Yeah, what is it?
Got a hold of it.
Kind of a bluish gray now.
You put all your clothes on sanitary, right?
Yeah, I like them to boil, and I want to kill those germs.
That's right.
Yeah, I've seen that commercial. You can do a cold water wash. That's for pansies. Man up.
I bet the power company has you on some sort of special grid.
Oh, I get an award.
I bet you do. And they have a Griswold switch. You kick it up.
Now, we were talking off the air about this. I do not, very rarely do I hit that sanitized thing on the dishwasher. Because
Okay, we're
that's
gonna stop right
that's
there.
more.
We need to address this
We
on
have
the
to
air
address this.
so it'll finally go away.
Yes. Tom, while he was on vacation, lost his...
The one day he was our however.
Yeah, whatever.
The
Lost
hour.
his iced tea pitcher. He had a pitcher that he made iced tea in, his carafe, and he's convinced it had broken the dishwasher.
Right.
And
Yeah, because the previous one that I had, I took out of the dishwasher here one day, and I immediately put ice in it and the tea, and it exploded.
well, that's because it was hot, right?
Yeah, it wasn't tempered glass.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can't put.
I learned my
cold in
lesson,
the
so I
hot.
bought a new one, and
Yes.
but it's gone. And
I just, when you told me about it in the hallway, I emailed our cleaning person, and I'm going to find out if maybe they broke it.
There you go. Maybe it was an accident.
And then Tom says
I don't
to
care.
all of us off the air, well, haven't things broken in your dishwasher before? And we're like, no.
all the
Never.
No.
all the time.
All the
the time.
All the time.
Especially you have like wine glasses, which I hate anyway.
How do you have a wine glass?
What's your
problem
beef?
with a good wine glass?
What's your beef with a wine
Hate 'em.
glass?
I just don't like them. It's a terrible design. The liquid is high off the ground and it's balanced wrong. There's a place I go where they serve iced tea in wine glasses, and I politely ask them, could I please have it in a water glass?
Oh my God!
I hate having iced tea. I hate wine glasses in
They
general.
have wine glasses, I believe, ladies.
They're flat. Yeah, they're like a mug.
Yeah, they don't have any. They don't have a stem on them.
Right.
They have,
Stemless,
You know, you can drink it out of the bottle.
I don't drink wine anyway.
This is when
But
he's entertaining. None of us.
We have them at the house.
Yeah.
This is when he
Well,
has
with you guys,
friends over.
with you guys, I wouldn't have wine glasses.
I would love-
You guys would go straight booze.
We'd have grape jelly mugs.
Don't you think Tom probably has box wine in the fridge right now? Wouldn't that'd be something?
No, there's no box.
No way.
The answer is no.
Is there a wine cellar in
Maybe for the hell.
No.
new place?
God,
No.
Now, are you using the dishwasher in the normal kitchen or in the butler's pantry? Because I know the one in the butler's pantry is a little stronger than me.
No, I'm using just the regular dishwasher.
And it's breaking your glasses.
It does on occasion, yeah. But I
Are you
don't.
sure it's not operator error?
I'm positive. The larger point here is
be serious.
My dishwasher might as well just be a rack because I hand wash the dishes every night before I put them in there, and I get emails, people going, "You're supposed to put them in dirty; it gets them cleaner."
Right.
I don't buy that.
Right.
No, which one of you was telling me that they clean? Was it Josh who cleans his house before he has that maid come over once a week?
We all do that.
We all do that.
Pick up. You do pick up. Yeah.
But do you wash the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher?
Yeah.
I rinse them off for a while.
I
yeah.
hand wash dishes a lot too because I like the act.
Yeah, but I do not typically use there's a sanitary mode on my dishwasher. I've never timed it out, but I know it's more than 3 hours.
Yeah, it's too long.
Mine's 4 if you go the full cycle.
Yeah, that's too long.
That's too long.
And it comes out.
There's a sanitary thing at the restaurant that you hit, and it's 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and all the dishes are sanitized.
Wow.
Like, why don't we have that at home?
Right.
Yeah. That's what I want.
But it's super hot water, right?
Super hot water.
Okay, yeah, but in any event,
That'll shatter any tea pitcher.
That's scientific term. Super hot water.
But so who's with this whole movement to wash out your clothes in cold water? What's that all about?
Keeping the colors.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a movement or not.
I've never washed in anything but cold.
I'm with you,
my
Jeff.
entire life,
I never
except
washed
for towels and underwear
Whites
and
and sheets.
blankets.
Whites.
Sheets and towels
Right.
go in
Everything else
hot.
cold.
Everything else
So you
cold.
just
tell you,
keeps the
Tom.
your shirts are germ laden.
No, the heat of the dryer would kill anything. And there's soap, exactly.
When we were kids, they had a big campaign about cold water all or something.
Yeah.
There's
when
one.
we were kids.
There's one right now. It's
I don't.
yeah. It's some NFL guy.
Tide cold water.
Yeah, who is it? Is it Gronk or?
So do you save money on your utility bills by using cold water? I don't know. That's
I have no
is
idea.
that the push?
I just never wanted
Easier
to
on your
mess my clothes
clothes.
up.
Right.
And I know
Right.
if I wash
Okay.
them in cold,
Yeah.
that the colors aren't going to run,
Right.
and I'm not.
Hey,
gonna
these
have an issue.
colors don't run.
And they're not going to shrink. Yes.
that's
Exactly.
It's better for the fabric.
Well, in any event, enough of our washing hunk.
So did you order a new tea pitcher?
Yeah, I ordered one that's supposed to be dishwasher
Tempered glass.
I guess.
Is it the same pitcher?
No, it's
Well,
different.
You're not going to like. You love this last one.
I know that's because it
Carried
fit in
around
the
like a baby.
fit in the fridge.
It sounded like you were wearing bells on your feet when you were walking around.
We knew you were,
know that, don't you?
we knew you were coming. We'd shut up.
This is the same guy who told me,
Okay.
You can't have glass in your beverage in the studio. Or you can't have ice in there. People will hear it.
Yeah.
He comes in, clang, 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 clang.
I've got it in a foam cup.
Clang, clang, clang.
Okay, the ad is called "The NFL is Calling." Matt Ryan humorously cold calls Ice-T and Steve Austin to announce
I bet it's
he's
not
convinced the NFL to wash in cold water.
Okay.
His involvement is because he was called Matty Ice. It's for Tide Cold Water Wash.
All right.
I wish I could have.
Of all the things to wash in hot water, I would think NFL uniforms.
Yeah, that
They're
should be
pretty
a hot
gross.
water wash.
Yeah.
Grass stains and,
Can you say Matty Ice again with that disdain that just drips off your tongue?
Matty Ice. Really is an art form, isn't it?
Yeah, you really do
have
take
it
it
down.
to take it to a new level. Yeah.
All right, well.
You can make a guy feel like big as a pea. Yeah.
It's hard to do, but well worth it.
Hey, we got a Guinness World Record here. Here we go.
Stupid world record.
firefighter has broken the Guinness World Record for the farthest distance while being on fire while riding a motorcycle.
Yikes.
You heard me. Jonathan Vero of France set himself on fire, then climbed onto a motorcycle to ride a total of 1,450 feet to achieve the record. He's 41 years old and a trained stuntman and fire performer.
How cool is that?
He holds 2 other world records.
Set himself on fire.
Yeah, well.
His other world records, the fastest full-body burn, 100-meter sprint without oxygen in 17 seconds.
So think about that. 100 he's doing, if you're at a track meet, this guy's running as fast as a decent high school athlete.
The world record for the 100 meters is like 9 something.
But they weren't on fire. This guy's,
and he's not getting any oxygen because he can't.
He can't breathe in. He'll breathe in
fire.
He'll breathe in the fire. You don't want to breathe in fire.
No.
These guy's French, so when he did it, he lit himself up with a cigarette, of course.
And this says here the longest distance full body burn run without oxygen. Now, the other 100 meters in 17 seconds. This is the longest distance full body burn without oxygen, 893 feet, 2.5 inches.
Think about that.
I'd rather not.
He's on fire, the guy.
How much did your parents have to not pay attention to you for this to be your thing? Like, that this is what you decide, like, this is what I'm going to catch myself on fire.
Honey, have you seen Johnny? Yeah, he's on fire again. Hang on. Johnny?
And this guy's a professional firefighter.
Well, and he's a professional stuntman, so he knows what he's doing.
I wasn't
And he
paying
wears
attention.
Nomex, I'm sure, so there's, you know.
There's a picture of the guy. Look, he's on fire.
Oh, see, he's all covered up.
Well, but the gelatin is burning.
there he is.
Yeah,
there
he's
you go.
wearing Nomex.
They set the guy on fire. He starts the motorcycle.
But that's got to be hot with it on your back like that.
And you're getting the flames are getting fanned by all that air.
Yeah, but his chest not on fire.
Yeah, his face ain't on fire. Nothing in fire.
And then,
that looks as safe as walking to the grocery store.
And then they put him out with fire extinguisher.
I would do that before I ran with the bulls. Like,
You think?
that doesn't look painful at all.
No, it doesn't look that bad. He's wearing a suit.
Yeah. It's not like he's naked on fire. He's wearing a fire suit.
Right.
Yeah, like 9 inches of leather.
Yeah, exactly.
I say the way to make this cool would be you do it at a lake with a ramp and have the guy put himself out by going into the water.
That'd be cool.
Now, you're going to have to retrieve the motorcycle, of course.
Oh, you use a cheap little motorcycle.
He's a jet ski or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Can you go off a ramp on a jet ski?
Sure.
You really have to go, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can go off a ramp.
You wouldn't find any purchase on the ramp.
They would lube up the ramp with the water.
Would they? Oh, with water.
They'd have a stream going like a slip and slide.
KY jelly.
That's a good question. What's the world record jump in a Sea-Doo? These are all fun things to do.
Someone look that up, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But a firefighter who sets himself on fire, this is like a DEA agent who's got a really bad coke problem. Right? No? Okay.
Maybe he likes to practice on himself. You don't know.
Okay. We have more sports?
There's a new second season of the series Quarterback produced by Omaha and Peyton Manning. And this season they have Kirk Cousins again. And they also have the Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow and Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. Of course, Jared married to Coco Gauff, the tennis player.
And so she's Coco Gauff?
She's Coco Gauff, that's right. And Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow on the Netflix series Quarterback says he was on the verge of buying a fully functional replica of the Batmobile until that break-in in his home changed everything. On the new seasons, it's called Quarterback, Burrow revealed that the December burglary at his home made him rethink the high-profile purchase. I said, Burrow says, I didn't end up getting the Batmobile because I just had other things I wanted to deal with at that point. The robbery led to multiple arrests and a federal grand jury indictment, which alleges that Burrow's home was targeted by a sprawling worldwide criminal network taking advantage of professional athletes. They knew they were at games at the time they were breaking into their home.
God.
And then they nailed him, though.
And I believe Joe had a playmate.
Somebody was there, the one that people were surprised. Yeah, they're like, oh.
Like a Miss Universe.
Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. Joe Burrow?
The guy makes $1 million a week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's got enough seed left in him. He gets up in the morning, his Susie Suckathon taking care of him. Would you get a Batmobile if you had that kind of money?
Yes. Yeah. I'm thinking about getting one now, and I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What I would want is I'd want the bat signal.
Are the Batmobiles street legal?
No.
Oh. Well, why would you have
his
one?
isn't. Because you're Joe Burrow. You pull the cops are going to pull you over and go, hey, Joe, how's it going? Good luck next week. They don't care.
There's a replica one that drives around here.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
A carpet guy.
TV show Batmobile or the newer one?
TV show. It's an old one. Yeah.
Oh, that one? Yeah,
that's a good one, though.
That's kind of cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that one is. I think that one is street legal. The old one from the
one that
60s.
Morgan Freeman built in the new movies.
Yeah, no. Wouldn't you want the bat signal though? You know, that giant Klieg light that shoots up into the sky.
No. What purpose would you have to use that?
Oh yeah.
Pat Godwin wrote this.
In 6 seconds.
You know what the problem with the bat signal is, though, Miss Hooker?
What is it?
What if it's okay? What if it's a clear sky night in Gotham City?
You have to have overcast, right?
Yeah, if you don't have clouds up there, what are you going to do?
Shoot it on the moon?
Is that possible?
If you have enough powerful
boy, that'd be a hell of a light.
Yeah, it would.
That'd be cool.
Remember when the car dealerships in the mall used to do that?
Oh, yeah.
With the searchlights?
Yeah, the searchlights.
The tent is up. The spotlights are going.
Yeah, what happened? Now we just have that tubular man that's on the fan thing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the searchlight thing for quite a while.
Wacky tube guy.
Are those going out of fashion?
I think so.
I think tube guy's cheaper than a spotlight.
Along with shopping malls.
Yeah. Been to the mall lately?
Yeah. I walked into the Philadelphia airport. That's like 4,000 yards of shopping mall before you get to the gates.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Best shopping mall airport. No contest. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Let me finish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
Right.
Boom.
Okay,
That's
cool.
because you have to go from Minneapolis to St. Paul. They had to have something in between.
Actually, the Minneapolis airport actually is in South Dakota by the time you get there.
It's so big.
Is that? I wonder what the longest gate-to-gate walk is in an American airport.
Denver. It has to be Denver.
You think?
Dallas is pretty...
But Denver, you've got the train, though. You've got the train.
Long.
Well, Atlanta has the plane train.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
With
right.
the mayor, Andre Dickens.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Atlanta.
I love that.
I'm your mayor, Andre Dickens.
Getting greeted by the mayor in all these towns.
Mr. Dickens.
Okay.
Call me Mr. Dick for short.
Mr. Dickens.
Now, coming up, do we have any more sports?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Who's ready for a game of Operation?
I'm great at that.
Dallas-Fort Worth is gate-to-gate.
Guess who came up with this story?
I guess him.
Operation, the game, they're going pro. We're going to find out about that coming up.
Are you going to try out? Are you going to do it?
I wish I could. Also, we got a very unusual story about Barbie and the Barbie doll and the Mattel Corporation. Kind of interesting stuff.
Is math still hard?
Yeah, plus perhaps a tribute to Barbie.
Just like Ken.
And then, are any of you aware of the famous urban legend about the length of the finger?
Of course.
Yeah.
In relation to
finger and the male member.
No, not that one. The one about
which finger?
Your sexual preferences.
Oh, no.
No.
No one's aware of that?
If you have a longer index finger, you're gay? Yeah, I've heard that.
Uh-oh. No, you're right.
I don't know.
Are you right?
I'm guessing.
No, that's the urban legend, but it's actually comes to I figured out a way to apply that to today's newscast.
I bet you have.
So proud. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More of the show is on the way. You can find us on X at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Slide guitar. I wrote a song a long time ago called "The Lifelong Tiger Fan Blues." I know the Cubs have issues, but the Tigers have had for a long time. And I wrote it when we were like 0 for 19 years And then we got good in 2006. But then this particular season, 2010 here, we were great, and then we went off the cliff. So I rewrote it about a week ago. I've been a baseball fan since I was a little boy. I had a bedroom full of little baseball toys, batting a ball and a Wilson glove. Yeah, me and the national pastime, we was oh so in love. Every opening day, I still get that itch. I can hardly wait for that very first pitch. All my hopes and dreams all in place. I get visions of my Tigers in a pennant race. Win or lose, I got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. 2006, we made it all the way to the fabled Fall Classic, only get a St. Louis whooping and our Detroit ass kicked. 2009, we was tied with the Twins. We had to go to Minnesota to lose it again. 2010 started off with a bang. We was leading the league in everything. Hang on.
It's for you.
Oh, but come the All-Star break, our season's done. Our goose is cooked, oh, they're setting our sun. Win or lose, I get a lifelong Tiger fan blues. Bring back K-Line, bring back Cash, bring back Greenberg, and all them homers he'd smash. Mickey Cochran, Schoolboy Rowe, Ty Cobb, and Rocky Colavito. Win or lose, got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. And this is the rewrite. First Samaya broke his arm, then Inge broke his hand while Mags was breaking his foot. Guillen was pulling his ham. Half of our roster was MIA. Now half of Toledo's been called up to play. I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in signs. And waiting on your destiny's a waste of time. But how the hell else can we possibly explain Armando Galarraga's imperfect game? Win or lose, I got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. Life ain't fair, nice guys finish last. You can't have a future if you don't have a past. Yet still I hope, and still I pray, another World Series gonna come my way. But folks, mark my words and learn this lesson. Cut your losses and count your blessings. Or just like me, you're gonna end up crying while spending Sunday afternoons with the Detroit Lions. I got a lifelong Tiger fan blues.
That's great.
Oh, there's some frustration there.
Jeff Daniels.
The imperfect game.
One of the things I like about you is you don't necessarily lower your sights when it comes to some of the things you do. You're willing to go out on a limb.
Oh, I have no sights.
You're willing to go out
blind.
You're willing to go out on a limb and do an impression that perhaps most people aren't going to pick up on.
I'm fearless,
and I respect you for that.
Thank you.
Especially when there's a high quality to the message, and of course, I'm referring to Gregory Peck.
Oh, yes.
Now, Gregory Peck,
Gregory
Peck, not familiar to everybody necessarily, a brilliant actor.
Not everyone knows who he is.
That's right.
But if there was a period of time in which he was a big leading man.
Mm-hmm. He was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood.
And he was in something you don't see much anymore unless you look hard, and that is what I would call an important movie.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great movies out there, usually
The Omen,
independent movies.
No, Boys from Brazil.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, I don't mean the...
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying. There are a lot of great movies out there these days, but they tend to kind of, you got to look for them. A lot of the stuff that gets a lot of publicity is just a bunch of crap with a bunch of crashes and the same old junk. But...
To Kill a Mockingbird was a great film.
One of the great films of all time. And,
Yes.
and you do one of the few tributes to it.
Well, yeah, it's a great movie. You learn a lot about tolerance and diversity from it and stuff. But it was made in like 1960 or whatever, and America's changed a lot since then. There's a lot of groups in this country, not even just racial or ethnic groups, but groups of people who define themselves a certain way. And a new one pops up every week. We're like, all right, we're weird, but you better like us or you're a jerk. Like, all right, we'll write you down on the list.
Yeah.
If they made To Kill a Mockingbird now, it'd be like 10 hours long to cover all these different groups.
How true.
Atticus Finch would be out there telling his little daughter,
Now, Scout, remember how I told you that black folks are just the same as we are, and we're to treat them with respect. Well, the same goes for these Shiite fundamentalists who just moved in across the streets. They just believe different things than we do. So if you see them out there stoning one of their women to death for sneezing on Wednesday, you pay them no mind. Nobody likes a nosy Nelly. And in this house over here live coprophiliacs. Those are people who derive sexual pleasure from human feces. Now, just because they're on...
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee's over there at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hi.
Jess Hooker's here.
Hi.
Hello, Jeff Oskay. Hey, buddy. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. Wishing good luck to Matt in Milton, Wisconsin.
What's going on with Matt?
He's once again rebuilding Fred.
Oh, that's right. He's our.
Miss Hooker, you're not familiar with this
I thought
letter.
he was in the hospital for
No, he's doing great.
that's good.
Among other things, he has we were talking about naming. Does your car have a name?
No, I don't do that.
Have you ever? Okay, don't. It's somewhat disdainful.
I don't. I mean, no. If it fits like Figgy, that makes sense. But to go out and like put eyelashes on the lights and all that dumb.
Oh, I think that's so cool.
No.
I drove my Jeep somewhere the other day. Oh, it's Chick-fil-A. I was in the drive-thru and the guy goes, "Why don't you have any ducks?" And I was like, "Because I have a life."
Well,
She's gotten a fight at Chick-fil-A.
I just pissed off a lot of people. Sorry.
By the way, at Chick-fil-A, they have reinvented the drive-thru.
They have.
They have got it down.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's called Panera.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Jess. Could you ever go to another drive-thru and mistake it for Chick-fil-A?
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. I know this. They're right beside each other.
They are beside each other.
But that doesn't excuse you for your
But there would have to be a real, there's about 5 seconds where you could just black out and end up in the wrong drive.
If you've been to that one, not only are they next to each other, they're coming off of a major strip mall parking lot.
Oh, please.
It's extraordinarily confusing which is which. And of course, I wasn't paying attention.
How do you navigate life? I don't understand.
There are a lot of errors. In any event.
You walked into the airport. All I saw was a mall. There was no signs for gates. I didn't know where the gates were. Come on.
Yeah, the Philadelphia airport, it's like the airport secondary to the giant mall.
It is so bizarre that of all the people that work for you, that you don't have a handler. Like someone specific.
I've said that for years.
To make sure that you get from point A to point B. I guess we are all his handlers, if you think about it.
But you got all the way from London to home by yourself.
I got all the way from London, England to my house.
By yourself.
Yeah, there were a couple of bumps along the road, but I made it.
I want to see your phone log. I want to see your phone log. I want to see how many times you called Amy.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to
Amy, I'm in Luxembourg. How did that happen?
No. Don't you start, Godwin.
You can't.
I think it's nice you and Tom, you idiots, found each other. You're exactly alike.
If I could get back to my letter, This is really exciting. We were talking about naming. I thought you had a name for your Jeep. No, that's why I asked.
I don't know. It's just my Jeep. It's Stingray is the color. And so, it's Stingray. So I think if I did like Stingray, the Stingray Jeep.
Okay, but this news article we had, maybe those stats were wrong. It said a lot of people named their cars.
I forgot. I used to have a station wagon that we called the Dragon Wagon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was, I guess, a name for a car.
And your comedy career was born.
My old roommate had a red car. We called her Lolly, like a lollipop, because she looked like a
Now, by the way, back to did you call it the Dragon Wagon because when you're
things were dragging in
when
there?
things are hanging out there?
That's why I used to date fat chicks.
And then you're fat enough to make your car drag on the pavement, Tom. See,
hop in the Dragon.
Like that fat lady at TSA in Philly. Tom, you remember her?
Oh boy.
Sorry.
He loves it.
I'm trying to get to Matt's letter. Oh,
I want to say this real quick. If you missed the TSA in Philly conversation, every night at 8 o'clock on our YouTube, our Facebook, and Rumble, we have a highlight that we play every night. And go to the Tom TSA. It's 10 minutes of gold that you will thank me tomorrow.
Absolutely worth it. Take some time.
Check it out.
They were mean to me.
In Philly, that was the big
Jess
problem.
hasn't heard this yet.
They were rude.
Have you heard about it?
I think was there a fat woman involved?
Yes.
Tell her real quick.
Did she have a fat heart or was she physically fat?
No, she
because
was
whenever he doesn't like anybody, he just decides they're fat.
No,
she was physically.
She was just awful human being.
This is a little bit of both me and Tom. I was trying to help him.
TSA lady was a total bitch.
She wasn't a big fat bitch, was he?
Fat bitch.
Oh, that bitch gone.
If you're that fat bitch in Philadelphia.
For that fat bitch.
I'm going to cut you, bitch.
You big fat bitch.
His radio bitch.
I asked for cream, fat bitch.
You're a big bitch.
Tell Jess the dog bowl section. I think that's my favorite. Yeah.
So it's not at all crowded.
Right.
I've just been reintroduced to America, where I was born and raised, after spending 3 days in London, England. And I get back to the country. You have to go through customs and, whatever it is. What do they call that? Immigration.
Yes. Right.
And that guy was real pissy.
Yeah.
Why'd you leave the country? I don't know. I was trying to buy some C4 to blow up the airport. Anyway.
That's going to get you looked at.
I know.
I think it's in trouble big time.
No, actually, in any event, then I get to, you have to go back through TSA again now that you've already gone through American Customs.
Yes.
And I get there, there's virtually no one there. And I walk up there and she goes, everything has to go in your bag.
Just like that.
Yeah.
He contends that was her demeanor.
And there's one guy in front of me goes like, what? So you want me to put my phone and everything in the bag? Which I would be happy to do. I understand they have a very important job. I totally get it. Whatever they want, but there are no signs. This has been alleviated. Is it shoes on, shoes off? Just tell me what I need to do in a nice, pleasant way, please.
In a nice, pleasant way.
And then I said, I put my phone and my passport and all the stuff in my pockets in my bag. And she goes, no, you put it in here. And she reaches behind her and she has what looks like a dirty dog dish. You see those all the time.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But, they weren't out front where I could actually see them.
Right.
Okay, here you go, whatever. And, do you want my shoes on? And
Yeah.
So, look, I don't.
Do you find that the bigger the airport, the meaner the staff?
Yeah,
they're
have
doing
to
a
deal
lot.
with a lot of lunatics every day.
They do.
But look, just because they know the rules, all they have to do is pass them on to us.
Right.
I would be.
And Tom is a friendly person, like out in public. Like he should. Like Chick is not. Like he attracts mean people.
But I was just asking.
I mean, that's exactly right. I'd argue if I could.
But I'm just asking. Maybe you have some videos. Take your belt. Take your belt off. Whatever you have to do. I'm happy to do everything.
They just should make it universally
exactly. It's
the same and it's different in every airport.
But just tell people. What if you're?
A lot of times they do have a guy yelling or a woman yelling.
That's
hey,
fine.
By the way.
Good. And usually they're very friendly, and I totally get it. And I'm not. I'd be happy to take my shoes off. I think it's really stupid that they keep telling. I'd rather have them taken off.
Well, now they're saying you don't have to take it.
I know.
Yeah, I saw that.
They just announced it.
Whatever they have to do to keep him safe is fine with me. I don't mind any of that stuff.
But when you travel, aren't you reminded that we have the best airport in the world? Our airport here.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best one ever. I mean, I think it's literally voted the best airport. Yeah.
Yeah, they just have a new top 5 list of airports out there right now.
Okay.
But in any event, we can move forward here. The reason I was trying to get to Matt's letter,
yes,
is this: he's doing something really cool. He is rebuilding an old truck that his wife's grandfather may have been part of building back at the Janesville, Wisconsin factory.
Oh, wow.
And he's rebuilding it for his son. I just think this is so cool. It's a 1976 Chevy K10 pickup named Fred after the grandfather.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that's super cool. So good luck with Fred, because he's got 3 years to get it done before the kid turns 16.
Oh, okay.
I wonder what the kids' peers are going to think of this truck.
Who cares? It's a cool truck. If they don't get how cool it is, they're morons.
I think they're going to, I feel like kids now are liking the cool older stuff.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah,
that's good.
I think they're starting to fall back.
All right.
And if they don't like it, hey, it's ask grass or gas. What is it again?
That's right.
If you don't like my truck, Fred, you can walk.
But this guy,
I think it's awesome. You know me, I love old cars.
Named a truck after someone who died. There are some families who name pets after someone who's passed away. I believe Jess's family does.
Really?
That. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an aunt who, when someone dies and she gets a new cat, she names it after the last person that died.
Well, that's awkward.
Come here, Grandma.
It is. Yeah. Right.
Grandpa, actually.
Yeah. She has a cat named Grandpa?
No.
Is it relative
woo woo? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think some
Woo-woo?
people think that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Woo-woo.
Oh, woo. I like that. Coming up, we have. Are we done with sports?
No, we got one more story.
Okay,
What are
good.
you talking about? We've got the operation game, and you've got a game right over there.
Okay.
Don't touch the sides.
I'm world class at this. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment to share? Text us at 888-262-8661. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This one here, it's about how the Amish all help one another out.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you ready, Carl? Barry?
Yeah. Braver.
Okay.
All right, fellas. Let's go.
Oh, Yoder needs a new barn, 'cause his burned down and he just mowed his hay. Yeah. So all us neighbors joined in to help your brother is the Amish way. Yeah. And I don't give a hoot that I'm wearing this suit working hard in the midday sun. But there's a guy named Zach claims he's got a bad back, but I think he's next in line to be shunned.
Oh, yeah, he's just lazy. We're all working like crazy. The lemonade was flowing when the barn started growing.
Boys from above today, everyone to shove, and we knew we had a barn raising. When the first walls made up and didn't fall, we knew it was a barn raising. Barn raising! Barn raising! Woo! Barn raising! Barn raising!
Oh, we're always working so hard. It seems like working's all we ever do. Yeah. We only took a short break. We ate our lunch and barely stopped to chew. Yeah. Then the loser named Zach, he made a dumb crack and the congregation got PO'd. Someone grabbed a board, but then they hollered Lord because it was the main one bearing the load.
Oh, yeah, the barn started swaying. All the women were praying, and Zach started running. This wasn't a shunning.
By the time the barn fell, we were running like hell, and we knew he had a barnyard blitz. And the person yelled, wait, somebody knocked the gate, and we knew it was a barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz! Barnyard blitz! Barnyard blitz! Barnyard blitz! Oh!
although it was frightening, it was very exciting. There was nothing to save him. We're all gonna shave him.
The smoke cleared, we had his hat and beard, we were finished with the barnyard blitz. Sent him on his way, he's a Methodist today, another victim of the barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz! Barnyard blitz! Barnyard blitz! Everybody! It's a barnyard blitz! It's a barnyard blitz! It's a barnyard blitz! It's a barnyard blitz!
Yeah. The Electric Amish, the Barnyard Blitz.
Thank you, evil hellbound heathens.
Thank you very much.
I like that very much.
Can you introduce the band, please?
That one right there is Carl. You'll find him located just above the bass.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. That's Carl Goodman right there. Back here on the drums is Barry Goodman.
Barry.
Good morning.
No relation.
No relation.
No, we get that a lot. I, of course, am Graber Goodman. I play the guitar.
Okay.
And I noticed you were talking, you like my guitar here.
Uh-huh.
This is a Gibson Graber signature model.
I didn't know you'd learn to write.
I didn't know. I didn't do my signature.
Okay.
And what's
Gibson
again?
doesn't know about this yet. So.
It's in the shape of the.
It'd just be a flying X, wouldn't it?
Oh, if it were my signature, yeah.
Oh, I see. It's in the shape of the thing in the back of an Amish vehicle.
Slow-moving
The
vehicle.
thing, that's right, Tom.
The triangular. What do you call it? What's that?
That's a triangle.
The triangular thing, yeah, we call them
the
triangles.
orange triangle thing. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Take a little break.
Take a little break.
Go do some woodworking.
Is this going to be like your version of a little break where you guys just sit around your ass all day?
Go build something.
Yeah, lazy.
We don't work like the Amish, that's for sure.
Well, we've got some cheese to get to.
Okay.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Paul, you kind of came off the road as a comedian many years ago when you started doing the TBS show. How many?
We started in '95, so
Really?
14 years.
Wow.
Doing it.
But you occasionally go back out on the road and do stand-up.
I do. I took a little time off the last couple of years, but now I'm getting back out there. You know, it can kind of burn you out being on the road. But,
Sure.
you know, I always see stuff on the road that you just don't see anywhere else, and it just makes you laugh. And I was staying at this hotel, and one of my club dates, and I go down to the jacuzzi, and there's a sign above the jacuzzi that says, "No one shall jump or dive into the jacuzzi." Now, if you're going to dive headfirst into a jacuzzi, are you really going to be swayed by the word shall? Come on, boys, let's go into jacuzzi. Hold on, I see the King's English.
Wow.
What the heck?
I'm guessing that was a lawyer. They really should have.
That just made me laugh all day. That takes away the loneliness of the road. 'Cause it can't get lonely.
Hello there, it's Ed from Ed Septic and Sewage. I'm here at this poor SOB's house. He got quoted $20,000 for a new system. I'm doing that same system for him, $500. I know what you're thinking. Ed, how can you do it so cheap? Well, first of all, this machine, stolen. That saves me a ton of money. Secondly, I'm not licensed or bonded. That saves me tens of thousands of dollars a year. So if you need a cheap septic, call me, Ed Septic. When things get hectic, call Ed Septic at the number below. From Ed Septic.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I skipped. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
How's it going, Chick?
Yeah, I can't get any better. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hello, Jess Hooker.
Hi.
There's Jeff Oskey. Ace Cosby's here. Hey. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I am Chick McGee. Tom grooving on this.
It's great organ.
Okay. And
You don't like this?
hello, I like it fine. I love it, is what I meant to say. I love it.
We got the attitude today.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it
When
again.
did we lose Chick?
I think I 602. Check local listings.
You were playing your jazz for meth heads again this morning.
Yeah, you were. It was faster than normal.
There's some nice tunes on that.
Good tune.
No, which moon do we have coming up here?
Buck moon.
The buck moon.
Because the horns are budding on the bucks.
Oh, okay.
Budding.
Because you got your blue moon, right?
We just had strawberry moon before this, right?
Strawberry moon.
Yeah.
Pink moon, right?
And we had the super moon recently, where for the moon's a little bit closer. You got your
pastrami moon.
Yep.
Or what?
Yeah.
Pastrami moon.
I don't know. Let's start.
Oh, you got your
Yeah, let's not explain it. It's just a pastrami moon.
hunter's moon, pink moon, harvest moon. I can't keep
What do you
up.
think about the pink moon, Tom? Isn't the moon all pink inside? Isn't that right?
Yes, of course. If you get mooned, it's all pink.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we had one more sports story. Is that correct?
Hundreds of adults, it says here, gathered in Paris.
Yeah.
Okay. To face off in a championship competition of the classic board game Operation.
Love that game.
Hundreds of adults
Do your kids play Operation?
in Paris.
I know we used to have one. I haven't had it out lately.
Okay.
Do you know how the game works, Jeff?
Oh, God.
No. How's it work?
Well, it's
Good answer, Jeff.
you hold what would be the equivalent of like a scalpel, as if you're doing a surgical procedure.
It's a tong.
It's a
You got to reach in
They're
and grab.
tweezers.
It's not a scalpel. The guy's already open. You're not have to cut him.
No, but I mean, it is as if you are doing a surgical procedure.
Okay.
You're removing things.
And you're removing things, and it requires incredibly steady hands, you see.
And actually, you probably really loved Operation because it's full of puns. The old bread basket, the old wrenched ankle, the old.
Yes.
See, there's an
and then
wrench in his
if you touch the edges, then I've got this to simulate. You get this. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can hear it.
You got a really? I can barely hear that.
Well,
No wonder you're so good at Operation. You can't hear the buzz.
Yeah, you don't know if you're losing or not.
But so this is serious business.
these died. I didn't hear a thing.
These are adults playing Operation in the World Championships.
Championship saw 256 players dressed in medical-style outfits, of course.
Scrubs, go ahead.
See, that's part of the fun.
It says here to test their surgical skills. The competition started in 2021 as a lighthearted event. It's now a full-scale tournament complete with referees, medals, and a giant trophy for the winner. According to something called Journal du Nez in Paris, I think that means newspaper, a 21-year-old medical student named Margot Janvier won this year's competition. Way to go, Margot. And Margot spelled Margaux.
Oh, that way.
Oh, Margot.
That's as French as it gets.
Like
man.
Chateau Margaux.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, I think it'd be really much more fun. I'll explain this. This is like Guitar Hero is to playing guitar.
Okay.
Remember that game?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, remember Guitar Hero?
What does that have to do with Operation?
Well, because you're not really operating on somebody. So it's like Guitar Hero. You're not really playing guitar. You've got this plastic.
Wait, what?
Have you seen the game Guitar Hero?
Of course.
Yes. Sure.
Everyone's seen it. Red, blue, green,
Yes.
yellow.
Sweet
Yeah.
No
man,
one's seen
we know what you're talking
No one's seen
about.
Operation, though. We just like to ask you what, and it makes you explain.
Well, as I like to
which gets you farther into
remember
the weeds.
Pat, they came out with Guitar Hero for the Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles.
So you could pretend you were the Beatles, much like the band Oasis. Okay. The notion I have to make this much more fun would be impose rules for the game Operation in which you actually got a serious electric shock if you touch the edges.
Oh, I thought you were going to make them drink like 12 cups of coffee
Yeah, that's
before
what
they
I was
start
wondering.
playing.
Yeah.
Who has the steady
withdrawal and have the
hands here?
DTs.
He says he does.
I think,
No, Christy, I bet. Has
no,
I don't know.
Incredibly
Tom
steady.
You
says
have
he's
so
he's
much
the-
caffeine.
Tom has stated he's amazingly good at the Operation game.
Really?
Look at this. Look at this.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
I'm taking my 2 middle fingers and putting a coffee stirrer on my
That doesn't
index finger.
necessarily mean you don't shake.
Well, that's the right.
I shake when I don't drink. Hey, give me a taste, honey.
Now, who's this guy?
I don't need none of your love. I just need some of your juices. No, I don't.
And that's your right hand too. Isn't that your finger banging?
I happen to have very steady hands. I'm not sure why, but I love the game operation. It's fun.
Hey, if you say so.
They're going to do this on TV. I heard.
What?
Well, with some of the new things going on in the world, if they're going to have an operation and then the winner gets health care. Really nice.
Political there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things are changing.
Being political. All right.
Mommy can't no birth, no baby.
Mommy can't birth no baby.
That's what he said.
Nino got the.
You know, if there's ever been a time to go over to the news desk, I can't think of a better one.
One of Australia's most closely followed murder trials has taken a strange turn.
Now, hang on 1 second. Are you aware of this, Miss Hooker?
Yes, she is, I'm sure, because you're our Hooker. And this is about the lady who poisoned her relatives with the mushrooms.
I don't know this story.
Oh, really?
No, I don't.
This was internationally.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest stories in the world.
Aaron Patterson recently found guilty in a highly publicized case involving poisoning deaths of 3 people and the severe illness of a 4th. Central to it was the beef Wellington that she served her family.
She invited her ex's her ex's parents over.
Well,
Her ex-in-laws were invited over for dinner, and I believe her sister-in-law.
Yeah, and one of the 4 lived.
Yeah,
she made up this dish. She didn't eat any.
She deliberately laced it with death cap mushrooms, a toxic ingredient often mistaken for edible varieties. During the trial, it was revealed that Patterson had followed a recipe by well-known chef, I don't know this person, Naji Mahashi, a fact that has triggered a wave of unwanted attention for the Sydney-based food writer.
This would be as if one of the big foodie guys here.
Ms. Mahashi, creator of the blog Recipe 10 Eats, has since asked reporters to stop contacting her. It is, of course, upsetting to learn that one of my recipes, possibly the one I've spent more hours perfecting than any other, is entangled in such a tragic situation.
Yeah, but this was a huge trial, and they determined that she, in fact, did it on purpose. She claims, she just mixed up the mushrooms with a mushroom with a name like Death Cap.
Death Cap,
you would think.
Yeah, and the fact that she didn't eat any.
Right.
Right away, you're going, wait a minute.
And we all have exes here. Would you ever invite ex-in-laws over to your home? And as ex-in-laws, would you come?
I love my ex-in-laws, and I would never poison them.
Well, you're certainly not in the normal.
And Christy was if Christy Lee published a cookbook, it would come with an EpiPen and a fire extinguisher.
Oh my God, that's right. I think you'd be surprised.
Is beef Wellington what they make on Hell's Kitchen all the time?
I've never watched Hell's Kitchen, but beef Wellington.
It's with a pastry,
meat.
right?
Yeah, then they make the lattice pastry on top.
Oh,
so it looks like a big fancy.
It's baked.
It looks real nice.
It's like bread.
I had it once, and it was really good.
Yeah, it's like prime rib on the inside.
Labor intensive.
It's like a roast beef sandwich, but it's all cooked at once.
Yeah, it's like your master's degree when you're going through culinary school to do that. Yeah.
And this poor lady, it would be like if Gordon Ramsay, one of his recipes was followed in a murder. So, but that was a huge international story.
I'm really surprised you didn't hear about that because it was everywhere. It's so scary. It's like, ugh.
Again, this will make a great TV movie where she brings all the things to the table and I'm not going to be having any.
And isn't it winter? Isn't it winter in Australia?
It is.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's 0 degrees right now in Adelaide.
Yeah. The good news is at least it was beef.
What do you mean?
I mean, for their last meal, the people that are dead. I mean, it would have been really, what a drag. What killed him? Well, she made him a vegan beef Wellington. Substituted the meat with mushrooms. Oh, sure, it killed him, but
that'd just be a Wellington.
they were force feeding himself just to be polite. I was hoping your beef Wellington had meat in it. What a drag. but they can't really complain, being dead and all. Time to check in with Mr. McGee across the way.
Simply Safe. You know, Simply Safe gives you peace of mind. That's right. A system that works to prevent a break-in from ever happening in the first place. That's why I trust Simply Safe to protect my compound. Gives me peace of mind. Has for years. We use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studio. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection that helps stop break-ins before they occur. AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents detect suspicious activity around your property. If you have a lurker, agents can talk to that lurker in real time, turn on spotlights, even call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. Best home security system of 2025 by CNET, and Newsweek and USA Today says Simply Safe is ranked #1 in customer service. Go to simplysafetom.com and claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. 50% off your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. Peace of mind. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, Pat, would this work? If she'd killed the guy instead of with beef Wellington, if she'd killed him with a mushroom and sausage pizza, my personal favorite, could you sing in character, when you kill ex-in-law guy with your mushroom pizza pie, that's immoral.
Oh, nice.
Is that going to work? I don't think so. When we come back, we'll try to have some. Oh, we have to do our new thing for Jess.
What's that?
I'm so excited about this. Our new game.
Oh, yeah.
Where you give him a topic and 38 minutes later he comes up with a song? That's amazing.
6 minutes.
It's called
6 minutes.
Well,
It's once a day. We're
Pat,
doing.
is it the GPT? What is it?
Too much stress twice a day.
It's instead of Chat GPT, it's Pat GPT. Oh, it's fun. When we come back, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This remains the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello and welcome to the wildly successful Mr. Obvious Show. I'm your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's take a call. Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Obvious. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Just want to say, first of all, I really love your show. Really enjoy listening to it. I think you do a great job.
Well, kind words indeed. And thank you, caller, for calling the Mr. Obvious Show.
No, Mr. Obvious?
Yes?
Here's my problem.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, I think I got some kind of animal trapped in my house.
Oh, yeah, like a pest problem or something?
Yeah, well, it's even bigger than that. I think it's some kind of critter that's trapped down underneath my sink somewhere.
Oh, my. Now, do you live in a rural section of town?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. I live on the outskirts of town here, and well, here's the thing. I think it's caught underneath my sink, and I've opened the doors and my cabinets there and looked underneath, and I can't find it anywhere. But I can hear him down there making noise.
Oh, you say you got a critter and you can hear him. Now, what kind of sound does he make, caller?
Well, it's kind of a growling, kind of, I'll try to imitate it for you. It's kind of like, kind of like that.
This is under your sink in your kitchen?
Yeah, it sounds like you might be caught down there in the pipes.
Now, this is not uncommon for your rurally located homes to have a raccoon or a possum under the house. Now, but you say he might be stuck in the pipes?
Yeah, that's what it seems like because, in fact, I think that's how he's living there. He seems to eat stuff that my wife throws away down the sink after dinner. She'll wash the leftovers down the sink after we get done eating. I think that's what he's eating because I can hear him down there growling and chewing.
Huh. What was the sound again, caller?
Well, it's she'll put the stuff down there in the sink and run the water, and then you can hear him. It's kind of going, kind of like that.
Huh. Now, is there anything else that corresponds with the growling that your wife does there in the kitchen?
Well, it does seem like it usually happens whenever she tries to turn a light on. Yeah, there's a light switch there, and she'll try to turn it on. Thing is, the light don't come on. I think the light bulb must be burnt out or something, but I can't even find a place to change the light bulb on it. Anyway, she'll try to turn that light switch on, and you can hear him down there just seems to make him mad as anything.
This is in the kitchen under the sink, right?
Yeah. Yep. And, I figure he's caught in the pipes.
Right.
So I figured try to get him out of there. Well, I reached down there with my hands when I heard him growling. And I mean, that thing about ripped my fingers off. Bit into me. Boy, it hurt.
Well, I think I know what your problem is, caller. It's a garbage disposal.
So, is that something like a raccoon?
No, caller. It's
No, it's something littler, like a mouse.
No, caller. It's a machine that's hooked to your drain pipe there under your sink that chews up food that makes it rinse right down the pipe there. It's an actual machine. It's not an animal at all.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I never made the connection. She does use it to get rid of the garbage.
There you go.
Sounds like a critter. Just,
I know, yeah, it's not a critter. Thanks for calling, though, caller.
Mr. Obvious?
Yes.
You're a lifesaver.
Thank you. That'll do it for this week's show. Thank you, and good luck from everyone here on the Mr. Obvious Show.
Oh, boy.
If you take a girl to dinner and she asks the maitre d' for a better table, she's never going to be satisfied with anything in her whole life.
That's one of the rules.
One of the rules in here.
That's one
Just
of
go
the
to the
rules.
bathroom and go right out the window.
Oh.
Leave your car, buy another one, it'll be cheaper.
Tom has one of those rules.
That's one of the rules in this book.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Watch the way that a date treats
A waiter.
a waiter or waitress,
Or
because
waitstaff,
that's how
yes.
they'll treat you in 3 months.
Yep.
That's the rule of thumb.
Well, that's more about one of those people who you just can't please.
Okay, you have a
I
song
have a
about
little
that?
song about
Okay,
that.
All right.
go ahead.
Took her to Hawaii. The waterfalls made my hair frizzy. Went to Vegas too. The lights gave me a migraine. Then we went to Paris. I didn't like the fries. No one ruins love like you. Took her off to Rome. There were too many Italians. Had the finest pasta. I don't eat carbs. Saw the Sistine Chapel. That made my neck hurt. No one ruins love like you. The beaches of Tahiti. There was nowhere to pee-pee. Full moon up above. That was kind of creepy. The finest hotel. I thought it was seedy. We made passionate love. I couldn't see the TV. The pyramids of Egypt. That made my skin dry. The Taj Mahal, too. That was too drafty. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. I would sue the contractor. No one ruins love like you.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Hoskey, Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jess Hooker, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. It's good to have you here, sir.
Good to be
and
here.
a fine sports broadcast this morning.
You say so.
You were talking about that TV show Quarterback.
Yeah, on Netflix. Second season just started.
Produced by Peyton Manning.
Yeah, a couple days ago. Yeah.
And having watched it and having watched the first season, who are your favorite quarterbacks as people, not with respect to their athletic skills?
The first season had Marcus Mariota on it, and he just happens to be on Washington now. But yeah, he seemed like a really interesting story. Hawaii and the whole thing.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Yeah, it seemed like well, they all seem like nice guys. I think that's part of the. Aaron Rodgers seemed like a nice guy when the Jets were on Hard Knocks. So, you know.
Does everybody hate Aaron Rodgers in here?
I don't.
I don't hate him.
Hate's a strong word, but I'd say yes.
No, not at all.
I don't hate him.
I think it'd be great if you had a tremendous year.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
I would hate to see that because my husband's a Packer fan and he'd be really upset.
Okay, well, I like to see an individual do really well, and it's an incredibly complicated game with a lot of moving parts, and if one guy can step in there and do really well, I thought it was amazing when Peyton Manning switched teams and won another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's quite a feat.
Oh, yeah.
Now, have we done everything in the world of sports? We have finally finished it off?
We've actually done 2 or 3 stories in news, I think.
I just did.
Two stories since we've been at the sports.
I just didn't want you to feel shortchanged.
No, I don't believe that. I think you're lost, and you're asking me about sports because that's your crutch.
And you hate
You're
me,
correct.
so-
Okay.
Wow, it's all coming out.
No, we're just being.
Are we
what
gonna-
is it? Spilling the tea.
Ah, yes.
I don't know.
Now, I think we'd like to hear a song again, and
I have a song. I mean, a story that'll play into a song for you. I
Can we
believe.
do Pat GPT again
Well-
and pick a topic?
Is this something?
you want to do a new one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can't do the same one.
Well,
That's
no, we can't. We can't do a new one.
Okay, now, you're familiar with the AI system known as chat.
there's nothing I like better than Tom explaining something he has no idea
I
what
know,
he's
it is
talking
fun.
about.
Yes, I am familiar.
Chat GPT.
Good job,
Are you
buddy.
sure it's not
Nailed it this
GTP?
time.
I know. I kept saying that. Sorry. In any event, it's taking over the world.
Yeah.
So I created a new thing this morning,
Yeah.
somewhat spontaneously, that I kept calling with the wrong name, called Pat GPT.
Yeah, I heard it.
And
I
then-
heard it on my way in. It
and
sounded
we-
more like Pat CTE.
Oh, like you hit your head, Pat.
Wow, that's just mean.
I did screw up a chord. You may be right.
So I gave Pat just a few minutes based on a news story that he had not seen before.
38 minutes
to write a song during a commercial break, and I thought it was terrific.
It did. It started. It was solid. A solid start.
And let's do that one again. I just want to show how it works. Then we'll give you a new challenge. But
The world's oldest known boomerang is even older than scientists once believed. By as many as 10,000 years, it's now estimated to be between 39,000 and 42,000 years old. It was found in a Polish cave carved from a mammoth tusk.
That's
Now,
quite
see-
a spread.
now,
Built to throw.
But you got to slow down here. First of all, it's a boomerang. It's not in Australia.
Okay.
Right?
And they thought it was how old?
They thought it was 30,000 years old.
But it's 40.
Yep.
And it was designed for hunting, and it was made out of mammoth tusk.
And it doesn't come back. It's not a sport. It's a boomerang that doesn't come back. It's a boomerang that didn't.
Then it's a stick.
Right. It's a Polish boomerang.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And but I thought that was fascinating. First of all, that it was just used as a hunting tool. In any event, I found the story, thought this is some fun science, but Pat didn't know about it, so we gave it to him in whatever
6 minutes later, we got this.
Won't come back. This boomerang won't come back. 40,000 years old.
Sounds like a little Randy Newman, doesn't it?
Maybe this relic has a crack.
Sing it like Randy Newman.
I'm going to sing it like John Sebastian. Once upon a time it came back around. This one falls right to the ground.
Right to the ground.
Who really needs that?
Who really needs that?
A boomerang should come back.
A boomerang should come back.
He was used for hunting caveman on the attack. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Won't come back.
Won't come back. Won't come back.
Beautiful.
Now, you see what we did there?
Yeah.
But so Pat wrote that. Right now, I'm trying to prove that Pat PT is more important and more artistic than this machine that wrote this thing.
100%. He's so talented.
Okay, so let's do it again.
What'd you say, Jess? I didn't hear you in my
You're
headphones.
so talented. Can I pick the story this time so we know that it's 100%?
Sure, absolutely.
It's always 100%.
Well, Jeff picked it last time.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
okay.
There was
yeah.
no trickery
Okay.
involved.
There was no trickery.
As
This
soon
one's
as
about
the
a
story,
gangster who likes folk music. Here we go.
as soon as the story, the main part, the main segment, the subject is mentioned on the air, that's when the clock starts.
It's 6 minutes, right? 6 minutes?
No.
So
It was
Christy,
38 last time.
she's
Go ahead.
handing all the stories to Miss Hooker, who is now looking over the headlines.
Oh, there,
I don't write
and
as
it was
fast
a
on my
blind draw. It was a blind draw.
Okay,
Are you ready?
what is the story?
Scientists have discovered a groundbreaking method to convert human urine into hydro expadiate, the same mineral that forms the hard structure of your tooth enamel.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Say it again.
Here, you HYDROXY
Oh, this is gonna be a tough one.
APATITE. Hydroexabiate? I don't know.
Okay, the essence of this story is that
They can turn
they can
urine
turn
into tooth enamel.
urine into tooth enamel.
Okay.
I wasn't done yet.
Good luck, Pat.
funded by the U.S. military's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. The study uses genetically engineered yeast to break down urine and synthesize this word for tooth enamel.
So that's cool. So in other words, you start with pee and you end up with your teeth.
With a mineral that commonly is used in medical applications, including bone grafts and dental implants. The technique could offer sustainable solutions for regenerative medicine and long-duration space missions.
Hey, so you can say to the astronaut. Remember that when you were Jingle, the kid that Jingle?
Huh?
Remember that? You'll wonder where the yellow came from when you brush your teeth with bubble gum.
Oh.
No? Whatever.
What?
All right. Well, that's the end of the story. So
Okay, go.
I'm starting the clock now.
Now, Pat, go ahead to the other room.
Okay, I've got 8:29.
So the story has to be about peeing and turning it into teeth.
Okay. Yep.
This is a tough one.
I think he's going to have a line about a potty mouth.
Oh, are we gambling
gonna
on this
guess
too?
what he's going to
I'm just throwing that out. He can't hear. That's my.
I'm going to say something about a piss-eating grin.
That's very good.
How about that?
That's good.
That's very. Now I'm gonna. So
now,
now
when he comes up with that, we have to laugh really hard. Because,
Now I'm going to copy this new story down and I'm going to put it into Chat GPT and tell it to write a poem.
Yeah, because you can't write songs, remember?
I'm sure there's a program for this to write a song. But I don't
Yeah.
have that kind of time. So I'll write a poem about this. I'll load it right now. In the meantime, Christy, what have you got over there?
Well, on this kind of same topic, scientists report they have discovered microplastics in human reproductive fluids. Researchers examined follicular fluid from women and seminal fluid from men and found a range of commonly used microplastic polymers. Microplastics were present in nearly 70% of the follicular fluid analyzed.
That's a word that you could really get in trouble with.
Yeah.
Follicular.
And 55% of male seminal fluid.
So there's plastic in your
in your stuff.
It's from your underpants.
Which could impair egg or sperm quality in humans.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I think
a lot of the recycled plastics end up in the different fabrics. That's why you should wear 100% cotton.
Well, that and you're drinking it whenever you drink bottled water or you use plastic containers or, it's coming through your body.
Your semen's like 1/4 Legos.
Don't want to step on it.
Yeah. You get slipped.
Make sure it all goes in the sock.
We want those. We want that plastic in women where it belongs. In huge fake boobs.
Thank you, Tom.
I have a question.
Thank you very much.
I don't know. I'm a big fan. If you want to have plastic surgery, go ahead.
Go for it.
I had a friend who had a very difficult problem growing up, and a brilliant plastic surgeon fixed this person's face up, and it was great.
Yes.
They fixed the person's face up, and it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. This fellow had a very unfortunate nose.
Okay.
And it not only did it look rather unusual, it did not operate.
Right.
Didn't function.
Deviated septum.
Whatever was going on, I don't know what it was. But in all truth, after the surgery, he goes, I had no idea you could breathe through your nose.
Yeah. See?
But in any event, some gifted surgeon helped this guy out. And if you want to get surgery, go for it. Whatever you want to do is okay with me. I do think there are some people who go a little too far with it.
Sure.
I thought you had a question.
Well, I do have a couple technical questions about plastic surgery. When you get a boob job,
Right.
ladies,
Yes.
and I don't know if there's a male equivalent of this.
A pectoral implant.
Do those things leach out plastics, or are they?
They do. Yeah.
Is that a problem?
There's such thing as breast implant illness, and
A lot of people have them taken out.
I had mine taken out. If we're being honest, I had them for 10 years, and because of
Really?
that, had mine taken out. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did not know that. I didn't mean to.
That's okay. No.
Do you? Now I'm going to ask the. Now I'm going to ask the.
As Pat said the other day, you're back to factory settings, right?
Oh, man.
Did I say that? Did I do that?
I wish you would have A, told me, and B, saved that for the air. That's funny. So when you had them removed, did you save them?
No, I didn't save them.
You didn't
and they
keep
wouldn't-
them?
and they wouldn't let me see them. Yeah. So
What?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't. No.
Now, I remember reading an article about something, and it indicated that there was some kind of like when you buy milk at the store, there was like a born date or something, and a serial number on it. Is that
Yeah,
true?
there is a serial number. Yeah, because when you get implants put in, they give you the box. And it has the serial number, and it has like the make and model, how many cc's are in it, the whole thing. Yeah.
Wow.
But usually it's the size of the container. That's what comes in the box, and then they put them in you, and then they fill them because your breast tissue is already uneven. So your left breast might get more cc's of saline than your right breast.
There you go.
Vice versa.
So they don't make them realistic? They don't keep one a little bit bigger than the other?
They could if you ask.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So they put them in, and then they add the fluid,
And they fill them. Yep.
Yeah.
and then there's like a little cap on it.
Yeah.
So is that
Seal
where
it up.
is that where it leaks?
This is
I don't know. Not all of them leak. I mean, I guess there's a
did-
lot of women that go in and.
Did you think yours were leaking?
No, I didn't think that they were leaking.
It was the plastic though leaching something. Is that the issue?
I don't know. I thought it was they'd been in there for 10 years and it's a foreign thing and I was just ready to have it out. Yeah, but I don't have any hard facts that these things
Okay.
are happening. Yeah.
Okay, so now, because the news story you have is about plastic. This is just plastic that gets in the water and everything?
Right. That ends up in your reproductive fluids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
now,
Pat's back. Should we do the song?
are you got it done already, Pat?
Yeah, stop the timer.
Okay, now let's go back. And this story is about what is it? It's a process in which human urine can be turned into tooth enamel.
Well, I'd read it, but he left it in the other room.
It's a long, complicated.
Yeah.
The essence of it is that's enough.
You need to hear the story.
Do we need to? Is it okay?
Well, yeah, there's
I didn't mean to
new
leave that.
research out there that says that we can turn urine into a mineral that is part of your tooth enamel. It can be used in bone grafts.
No. And I asked Chat PT to write a poem. And do you want to hear Pat's song first or the poem that Chat GTP
We
wrote?
got to hear Pat's song.
Yeah, I want to hear Pat.
So this is Pat GPT. Go ahead, Pat.
Do you want strong teeth? I want to know great enamel. Yes, I want to know if you want your teeth to really glow. It's in the piss. That's where it is. It's in the piss. That's where it is.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's great.
And what does Chat GPT say?
It's in a poem.
Just like 2 or 3 lines. Don't do the whole
Yeah.
thing again.
They found a way, yes, straight from pee, to grow new teeth and fix your knee. With yeast that's been reprogrammed smart, they turn our waste into a body part.
Yeah, that's true.
From golden streams, they now extract a mineral your molars lack. The military backs the plan for bones in space or a wounded man. That's just weird.
What?
It's science strange, but oddly neat. The future's built from what we excrete.
How quick were you the last time?
Pretty quick.
Just a few
but
minutes.
I forgot my glasses. I had to run back in.
This was right at 5 minutes this time.
That
was good, Pat.
faster. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was great. Very good. Very good. So we'll try this again. It's a new thing on the show. It's Pat GPT.
We won't do it again today. We won't put you under the.
And what is the classic story where it's the man against the machine? Isn't it like John Henry was a man or the steam? What am I thinking?
I don't know.
They were tunneling through a mountain.
Is that what it was? Okay, I'll figure it. Anyway, we're just once again trying to prove that Pat's better than some dumb machine, right?
Yes, Pat. I'll put Pat up against a stupid machine any day.
Yeah.
You're darn right.
John Henry, man versus machine.
Okay, there we go. Okay, no, but see, this will be good for your girlfriend, Pat.
Oh, it's a classic blues folk song.
Pat can't be replaced by a machine.
Doesn't have a girlfriend.
Hey,
There we go.
everybody be
Don't-
quiet. She's in the car going to play golf.
Raycon. Let me tell you about Raycon's Everyday Earbuds, Tom. Raycon's latest model, better than ever, 32-hour battery life. Whether you're going hard at the gym, taking phone calls outside, or trying to hide away in a hotel room somewhere, Raycon's Everyday Earbuds are yours 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Raycon has a quick charge function, just 10 minutes of charging, 90 minutes of battery, and they also come with active noise cancellation. They come in all the colors, blue, green, violet, mint, deep red, and Raycon, a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Raycon, 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds. Just go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
I'm a big fan. Thank you very much. Christy Lee, what's coming up?
Well, we can tell you the history of John Henry if you'd like.
Okay.
We also have, is it safe to swim there? Right here in America, it apparently is not safe to swim in the Seine. And
In Paris?
Yes. And gardeners, we have some very interesting gardening tips for you today.
Okay, and a lost pig.
Yeah, lost pig.
I mean,
left pig. He's not lost.
You ever lose a
Somebody
pig,
left him.
Pat?
Yeah, Pat, you ever ditch a pig?
Boy, you guys are really...
Ghost of pig? What?
Boy, maybe contextually one could. We'll just come back. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Ukulele like I'm playing with my baby. I finger and I pluck her. I love to play an island song. So won't you play along? My Honolulu baby likes to play my ukulele. She strums it and she hums it. She loves to sing an island song. So won't you sing along? Ukulele, baby, you can play me, you can lay me, satisfy me in Hawaii. Ukulele, lady, you can lay me. My ukulele, baby. Ukulele, baby, licky, licky on my wiki. Wanna lay you in Waimea. Ukulele, lady, you can lay me. My ukulele, baby. Ukulele like I'm playing with my baby. I twang her and I bang her. I love to play an island song. So won't you play along? My Honolulu baby likes to play my ukulele. She picks it and she licks it. She loves to sing an island song. So won't you sing along? Ukulele baby like a cheeky on my tiki. Satisfy me in Hawaii. Ukulele lady, you can lay me. My ukulele baby. Ukulele baby, rub your knocker with sunblock. I wanna lay you in Waimea. Ukulele lady, you can lay me. My ukulele baby.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
like every other comedian ever, I too have recently broken up with my girlfriend.
So you had to let her go from the van.
I unchained her from the radiator.
Well, I guess that's over.
I broke up my last girlfriend. I broke up via voicemail. Is that
really?
tacky?
That is kind of tacky.
Well, hear me out.
All right.
I didn't leave a message on her voicemail.
Oh.
I left it on the outgoing message on my voicemail.
All right. Hi, this is Brendan.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave a message
it's
unless
less confrontational.
you're
if this is Susan, it's over.
All right.
Hit the bricks, Hug-a-Mug.
But anybody else just leave your message?
Yeah, anybody else leave a message.
Don't forget your number. Did you start your message? Your message is important to me.
Unless it's Susan.
Did you say hit the bricks, Hug-a-Mug?
Yeah, I called her Hug-a-Mug. She's ugly. I was dating an ugly girl.
Well, somebody has to.
She was hard on the eyes.
Wow.
Hug-a-Mug.
Hug-a-Mug.
I think I'm going to start calling you that. That'll be like my little pet name for you, Christy. Hug-a-Mug.
Oh, well, that's not appropriate.
No, certainly not. I just think it's cute. Hug-a-Mug.
Well, you could be mean to ugly girls because they don't have feelings. I saw that on the Discovery Channel.
That's what you were told, right?
Well, there you go.
I discovered that. On the
Hey, by the way, I have something for the quotes page. Nicely done. Usually you don't make the quotes page in the first 10 minutes, but you just did.
She bought rocks one time from Pier 1 Imports. She bought a basket of rocks.
No kidding.
To decorate her coffee table with. Well, they had like words chiseled into them.
Oh, okay.
That's
They
weird.
said like joy and happiness and friendship. So like one night I just took a handful of those rocks and I drove around my neighborhood chucking them through people's windows.
Joy.
Like, here comes happiness. We were driving to the mall one time so she could buy some dumb stuff. And there was a car in front of us, and it had a bumper sticker that said, "My boss is a Jewish carpenter" on it. And she was all like, "My boss is a Jewish carpenter? What's that mean?" And I was like, think about it. Who's the most famous Jewish carpenter you can think of?
Right.
And I swear to God, she went, "I don't know, Geppetto." That totally happened for real in real life.
Saturday.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Hoskey, Christy Lee, Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker. There's Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom. How are you?
Doing great. We were just talking about plastic surgery. We had a lot of news about, funny enough, about the other kind of plastic.
I believe
plastic.
it's surgery.
Oh, it is? Okay, good.
It's a hard G.
Remember the Emo Phillips joke? He goes, "Yeah, I loaned a friend $1,000 to have plastic surgery, and now I don't know what he looks like." Emo Phillips, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see now. Christy Lee is over there. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk. We've just played our new game, Pat GPT, in which we give Pat a quick assignment. And 2 home runs today, Pat.
Oh, thank you.
You can take a breather.
But to be honest, I mean, the second song was like a line.
But it was a great joke. It was a great
I'm
joke.
just saying, a 2 or 3 minute song, a hit song maybe.
2 or 3 minutes.
Well, I'm just saying. The first one was 2 or 3 minutes, right?
Not really.
It was very nice. Let's just move forward here.
Gardeners are being encouraged to use an unconventional resource to help bolster their plants.
Yeah.
Simon Ackroyd, author and former garden manager for various Royal Horticulture Society and National Trust sites in Britain.
You can take a horticulture, but you won't learn anything.
Yeah.
You know that? You won't learn a damn thing. You won't appreciate it.
Said if you want to grow your garden, you should be urinating in your watering cans.
Huh?
Yes.
You might get arrested if you're.
Mr. Ackroyd explained that urine contains nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, 3 nutrients needed for healthy plant growth. He recommended diluting a mixture at a rate of about 10 parts water to 1 part wee, is what he calls it here.
Wee.
Wee. Is that what they say in Britain? Instead of pee, they say wee?
Piddle.
Yeah.
Piddle or wee, yes.
Once placed in a watering can, it can be used to treat plants once a week.
Okay.
So like a plant food, if you
Tom's way ahead of the curve on this.
Well, no.
How do your hostas look, by the way, since you
Yeah, but
pee on
he
them?
uses the concentrate.
Yeah, I use the from the tap. But I will say, one of my dogs has toxic urine.
It kills everything. It
Kills if he pees in the grass, and
is it a girl dog?
No.
Really?
It's a boy dog. Yeah, that's a myth that it's only the girl
Do you
dog.
give him the vitamin that makes it not? That makes it alkaline, I think, is what you have to do.
I don't want to give him anything. I got to talk to the vet. I don't know. But yeah, one of my dogs, it just kills the grass.
Well, tell everybody what you did with your urine a long time ago.
You keep the deer from eating your hostas.
Yeah, I was told to keep the deer from eating the hostas to pee on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that.
And the deer?
Yeah, but it's hard to get them to hold still.
Directly on
So yeah, directly on the hostas.
Here's the thing, though.
Seriously.
I can hear everybody out there saying, does Tom keep his pee in jugs like Howard Hughes? Yes. Yes, he does.
Now, Pat, weren't you peeing on your plants and got nailed for public intoxication? What happened there?
Josh is gone and it's not pizza jokes.
You're doing so well today. I figured you could take a quick stab. I don't know. I hope they start making their own fertilizer. That'd be terrible.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that.
Why can't we use human fertilizer, like human?
My grandpa did.
Dookie.
No.
Straight on the tomato. I swear.
Was there a transfer thing, or did he go out there and go straight on the
Right from
tomatoes?
the tap?
I don't know the
Can't-
story.
oh.
He died before I was born. It was
He
my
probably poisoned himself.
Nono Pasquale, and yeah, it was straight human fertilizer.
Ah.
Yep.
Wow.
So what this story is suggesting is you pee into your watering can and then add 10 parts
Right,
water.
10 parts water to 1 part pee.
Oh.
Actually, it makes sense.
I thought it was 10 parts urine to 1 part
No,
water.
the other way, babe.
Okay.
You've been doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
That explains the sudden cat population I have.
Do you own do you own a watering can?
I do. I do have a watering can.
Okay, good.
Why would you not have a watering can?
I don't know where it is, but I do have a watering
You
can.
have flowers on the property?
Sure. I've got a beautiful garden out in the back. Would you shut up?
I can't picture flowers at your place.
Do you have flowers at your place?
When's the
Pat?
last time you were at my place? And it's going to be a lot longer.
I slept at your
Well,
place.
it wasn't
Now,
my idea.
Okay, the gardener that suggests peeing in your watering can.
Yes.
Now, how would a lady do that?
The same way, only it comes out of a different hole.
Yeah, you just have to hover.
I mean, do you grab the spout to steady yourself, or do you hold it up? Do you hold it up high? And
Why wouldn't you just pee into something in the house and then pour it into the watering can?
Why do you think
I'm
a woman
asking.
I'm
has
not going to sit on a watering can.
Why does a girl have to steady themselves to
Right.
pee? Do you think they get dizzy? What are you talking about?
My quads are pretty strong.
I mean, because you're kind of in this crouching position. I just think it's kind of an. I mean, do you take a big bucket? Do you hover?
Said bucket.
You're the one who pees on your hostas.
But
How do you do that?
I have a more.
Here's a hose.
Yeah, thank you, Christy.
Oh, that's right.
I have a spout, if you will.
I did touch the ground. I have to keep her tied down.
Have you seen the things that you can simulate having a wiener and having to urinate
Standing up for ladies.
standing up, but it also, like the erectile thing, it'll make it bigger or harder.
What?
Like after you guys have sex and
Right.
you have to pee,
Right.
and it kind of goes everywhere.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah,
Like they have that for girls, so girls can understand why it's so hard to do that after sexual activity.
It's
Yes.
called an empathy penis.
Yeah, it's
You know
it's
this.
kind of like that. Yeah,
That's weird.
it is weird, but we just
What's it
realized.
called?
I don't know, but it's you just realize how hard it is for you guys to aim sometimes.
Is it like a water wiggle?
I've never heard of such
Called
thing.
a
Why would I
shiwi.
care?
I know, that's what I thought. I sent a link to Tom about it, but it was that these women were trying to, like, you have to aim.
Well, they make faux penises to
Well,
beat
sure.
urine tests, and You got powdered urine.
yeah,
the whole
right.
thing.
And they come in a variety of colors. I remember we had that story.
Different shades.
Yes.
Like
That's
people.
exactly
It's
right.
like going to Sherwin-Williams. And
Right.
I'd like
They come with heat packs to warm up the urine.
Yeah.
Remember the story we had about the guy that was caught at a 7-Eleven?
Oh, in the microwave?
Put his pee in the microwave to get it up to temperature.
You got to be careful with that.
And then I can tell you part of this story. A certain person that we know, how do I delicately get to this? Was in a situation with a certain famous person at an AA meeting.
What?
And
Yeah, you're not supposed to say any of this.
yeah, and this famous person would go to AA meetings to get clean urine for.
I
just
see.
to
For his drug test?
Yeah, to take the drug test. So.
Yeah, not for the
Wasn't really interested in helping him, so. But that can be a struggle, I'm sure. So you would then, Miss Hooker, you would. Well, the guy's dead.
Yeah.
Miss Hooker, you would hover over a bucket and
No.
pee into it and
I
then
would
pour it.
not do this.
No, I have, like Chrissy said, I have plant food.
I have
I'm gonna use
Miracle
that.
Grow. It works
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you don't.
But I'm sure there's some hippie lady that really isn't
yeah.
that.
What was it? Woo woos?
Woo woo. She's
Yeah.
all woo woo, so she uses her pee pee.
What's the phrase? 1 in the sprinkler, 2 in the stinker. What is it?
What?
Something like that. No. Okay.
No, you're right, Tom.
Isn't that what is that? How it goes?
Actually, it's one in the pink, two in the
stink.
Oh, sorry, I had it wrong. I was trying so hard. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios.
Yeah, let's take a break.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com.
I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly ever see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. Set my heart on fire through chrome-plated wire. Right there at the cart corral. My cart was full of meat and that San Francisco treat. Chunky soup eats like a meal with a dash of squeaky wheel. Rogaine so I won't get bald. 4 bags of Epsom salt. 2 cartons of Pall Mall. And a copy of Walking Tall. That Buford parcel was something else.
Yeah.
Her cart was hunkered down with red bullet crown. Baby seat full of bread. Noxine before her head. The whole parking lot could see just what she meant to me. 2 liter of Mountain Dew and some tomatoes for making stew. Paige and Stu Pedazza. I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly ever see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. It's a parking lot oasis in all them empty spaces right there at the cart corral. What I like is the parking's free and you don't have to pay for it. Our carts rolled toward the street, about lost half my meat. We kindly hit head on, she was talking on her phone. Everybody stopped and stared when her wings flew in the air. So much for making toast, that string on my pot roast. They give you enough to tie your shoes with. Don't shop that much at all, on account of my cholesterol. Clean up on aisle 2, because my heart just spilled the truth. Kotex value pack, and Jemima on her back. So set in her ways, that I'll see her in 30 days. Get it?
Get it.
I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly never see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. I'll probably kick a shine if she will be mine. Right there at the cart corral. Hop the wheelie in my pants. Right there at the cart corral. Kylie did a little dance. Clip and save a place for me. Good night.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Hey, looking for the link to sync with Bob and Tom VIP? Yeah? It's right there at bobandtom.com.
Shall we? Oh. Now, comedian Dave Dugan has joined us here in the studio. And I understand you are in the process of downsizing. You're moving from your lifelong home to a smaller facility.
Oh, yeah.
By facility, I mean a home. not like
at last, a supervised facility.
The booby hatch. Mother and I are downsizing. When you downsize, you have to have like some sort of cute nickname for each other. I call her Mother. She calls me, what is it? She bastard. and so, but it's a living hell for a hoarder to have to downsize. And then finding the place that you're going to move to. You know, everything's real important to everybody now with trendy fixtures and the backsplash and all. I just care about the water pressure in the shower. That's all I really care about.
Good.
Fair
It's
enough.
got to be there should be a setting on a shower head called prison hose. Because I don't want to just get clean. I want to be punished. If I'm not getting what I want from that shower head, I'll taunt it. Is that all you got, Big Daddy? But when you downsize,
you want the Silkwood level.
Yes.
it presents a lot of arguments because of how much stuff I have held on
Accumulated,
to.
yes.
And I've got a story about why I can't let go of it. Everything's got to I've still got my kids from the baby gap and it's like what do you think you're going to do with these? Well, I mean, when I got them, I thought maybe I would meet a Chinese imperialist guy and he'd want me to have my feet bounded, and then they'd get so tiny. What am I going to wear? Oh yeah, I got those baby Gap kids that I can.
Handy. Dear Allie, my boyfriend recently proposed to me, and I'm so madly in love with him. We met after he went through a really bad breakup, and I was there for him. But then one night when we got really drunk, he basically told me I would always be second to that girl.
No.
I don't even think he remembers saying it. Obviously, I was super hurt, but I felt like I can take what I'll get. But am I making a huge mistake in marrying him knowing that? Do you think I should bring it up, or what should I do? Oof.
Girl, you run.
Yikes.
You can't be with him. No.
Unless stuff, but that could have been a while ago, and maybe feelings have changed.
You can't hear it.
I think it's worth asking him about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, let him defend himself.
Yeah.
What an idiot. Why did he even say that?
Well, he was drunk.
I know. Well, he
Speak
was
the
so
truth.
drunk he might not know. She said.
Maybe that's the deep truth
Yeah.
for this guy.
That's why it's like,
I've never quite bought into that when you're drunk, everything you say is the honest truth.
That's
no.
true. That's true. I've
There's
lied
a lot of BSing when you're drunk.
Yeah,
there
is. But why would you say that?
I don't know.
Like, that's like, oy.
Talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. In that case, I think it was truth serum, but I agree. Generally, drinking's not always that. Eesh.
That's a tough
Just
one.
talk to him. Yeah,
That's almost worse
you have
than
every
cheating.
right to ask him.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. You caught us having a party. Welcome. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Doing good. A lot better.
You need anything?
Not right now.
You let me know.
All right, buddy.
Got those tickets taken care of?
There's Jess Hooker. What's happening?
I
Tickets.
solved, I
What?
solved a mystery.
Flying. Everything's cool. Like, I'm getting to
yeah,
Florida
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Very
that's
safe. Yeah.
There's Jeff
The boy-
Hoskey.
I'm
There's,
watching the dog.
Yeah.
No
Brody?
kidding?
Oh, yeah. Brody,
Okay, are we talking in code? Nothing's anyone has said makes any sense. What's happening?
It's all shorthand.
What's happening?
Pat is going on the road. Jeff is watching
care
the
of the
dog.
dog.
Okay, now, so Pat got it. You're going to be at McCurdy's starting
Right.
next
Wednesday
Wednesday
16th,
evening.
Yeah.
Are you
Sure.
gone all week?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll be here Monday morning. I fly out Monday night late.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
The larger point here is you can go see Pat in Sarasota, Florida at McCurdy's. He'll be putting on great shows Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Nice.
Wait, Chrissy, are you in Florida too?
Yeah, I may go see him.
You don't get enough of them in here. Do we have Al on the phone? Is that no? Okay, we don't. Yes, we do. There we go.
That's not the phone. It's the TV. The TV screen.
Okay. Al, it looks like you're doing a commercial for teeth whitener.
No, it looks like. Do you have Vaseline on your lens? It looks like
focus.
I knew. We have been trying to work. I just did a lens cleaning with the lens cleaner that I paid money for.
It didn't work.
Made it 10 times worse.
Yeah, that's no good.
Are you in a steam room?
That's not the Doris Day lens.
It's making your teeth shine, and you look like we're looking at you through cellophane.
Sounds like it's a win for me.
Can we not say
I just turned 48, so I kind of want a little Vaseline on the lens.
Al's shining anymore? Can we not
sorry.
say that?
And I notice you are wearing Cleveland brown colors.
No, they're not.
That's kind of that hideous Cleveland brown orange.
Orange and blue and white.
First of all, it's not a hideous orange. It's a beautiful orange. I love my team. We're not going to be good this year. I'm as a Browns fan, I'm just every year just learning. I'm like a parent that just accepts that, this is not going to happen. This is as far as
in your lifetime
marriage can go. This is as good as we can do.
Of the original of the original NFL teams, if you will, who hasn't won a Super Bowl? The Browns with the Lions?
The Browns and the Lions are it.
Lions.
Then you've got the Texans and the Jaguars and
the Bills.
The Seahawks. No, Seahawks.
Have the Cardinals won?
Sorry.
Well, the Bills were in the AFL.
No, the Cardinals have not won. They were in a Super Bowl. Yeah. Browns have not even been to the Super Bowl.
Great Super Bowl, yeah.
And then the Browns did win the NFL championship pre-merger.
It was 1958.
No, they won in
60.
Yeah, with Dr. Frank Ryan, who I believe just passed away. Is that right? The great Dr. Frank Ryan.
Yeah, it was murder. Yeah, they've had it with him.
Okay, I'm sorry. Our guest is comedian Al Jackson. And you can see him on the YouTube there. It's not your screen, ladies and gentlemen.
Real quick, Al, is that your actual real background, or is that like a blue screen you're setting up again?
That's my real background.
So you've got a globe in your podcast studio. Is that what
it's a decanter. It's got it's for booze.
Oh, that big globe. It's a bar.
That is so cool.
The hidden bar.
Oh, I thought
you want me to open it up?
It looks like a globe.
Start this party.
It is a globe.
Or as we would say here in the studio, open that bitch up.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there it is.
You hide your booze in there.
Love it.
Wow.
Love everything about it. You are the coolest man alive.
It looks like an antique globe, which is
man, Albert.
Yeah, that's
the world.
I
in
saw
80
that.
drinks.
I used to use that when I used to drink. Man, you bring a lady over to this place, be like, "Oh, you want a drink?" You're like, "Oh." I'm sorry, unlike your last man that keeps his liquor on top of the fridge like a dirt bag, we're going to go right in this globe here. I'm going to level up, lady.
And then did you ever spin the globe and say, ever been to this place? I have.
Just every country just says my bedroom. There we go.
Or Bootyville.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And and I'll show you how they do it in this country.
That's right.
You might want to bite on this.
Oh boy.
Now, Al Anderson, you just had a great weekend with Willie G in Cincinnati.
I am so glad you brought it up. Willie G and I had such a good time. Shout out to everybody in Cincinnati / the Liberty Township area. They came out to see me and Willie G. It's so funny because the MC on the show's name was Dusty, he's a black dude. And I just said to the audience, I think it was the last show, I was like, if you didn't see any pictures of the comics, which one would you think was Dusty and which one would you think is Willie G? It was like such a beautiful... it was. I just had one of the best weekends.
It was like an
I've had in a
Oreo
while.
night.
So shout out to the Cincy Funny Bone. Yeah, your son is hilarious. You should be very proud, sir.
Now, the way this show works is Al is trying to help me with my elevate my hipness factor.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's happening.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. You're the only one that thinks so.
How long have we been doing this?
20, 30 years.
Al is conversant in the world of hip hop. I am not. Although Al, I work out at a gym with a young fellow who is.
Oh God! Oh God!
no.
God.
He is very conversant in the world of hip hop.
Is that right?
And then I am trying to educate him into the world of classic rock, which is quite interesting. And then
this is Michael McDonald.
Well, that was one of the examples.
I bet it was.
The two will merge. I'll play him the great Michael McDonald song, "I Keep Forgetting." And he goes, "Oh, that's whatever it is."
You're talking about Jonathan?
John. Yeah. I'm educating him into the world of classic
I didn't
rock.
think
Is he a
I
black
would.
man?
No, and I'm surprised he's a hip hop guy. I gotta say.
And one of the other guys listens to. One of the other trainers listens. I won't say his name. Listens to really crappy hip hop.
What's his name?
Tyler. But the point is, Al, there's a whole vocabulary there that I need to be brought up to speed on. What have we got today?
Well, you could go to the boys in the gym today and just say, fellas, do y'all know what flued out is?
Flued out?
Yes.
Is that like flu, like the illness, or
Are you
like
saying FLEWED or flute?
Yes. The
flued.
first one.
Okay, flued out.
He flued out.
I like the way you're saying it.
Yeah. So I went to the. I went out.
You are such an alien learning our ways, aren't you? You have no idea.
I went out for the evening, and my pal Jeremy flued out.
He flew out.
To join you?
No. Is this like once you get there? Does this mean that you got ditched?
No. It's a way to say that usually it's said from the woman's perspective, and it's when a man of means flies you to wherever he is. Like, my boyfriend's got money. This guy flew me out to Vegas for the weekend.
He flew.
So you got flued out.
I got flued
You
out.
got flued out.
Nice.
Wow, I've been inadvertently fluting out lots of other people lately.
Pat bringed up a good. If you get flued out, you got to put out.
That's right. That's how that works.
That's usually
Not necessarily, by the way.
Absolutely not necessarily. But and that's the important thing. Obviously, not necessarily.
Back off about 15%.
I don't like when people take that trip and then they get there like, can you believe he expected? It's like he can expect, yes, but you have to be able to. If a guy flies you out to Vegas, you have to
expect.
Unless y'all are just close friends.
Oh, so this is strictly I thought this could involve other people.
No.
Oh, so this is strictly a love match
That's
kind
like
of thing.
a date.
Oh, okay.
Sex.
So it wouldn't be like, yes.
It's sex.
So my analysis of my buddy Jeremy and I went out. No, that would not be.
No, unless you really like Jeremy.
Hey, look, if
love is love, buddy.
Yeah, if Jeremy and me wanted to get it on, that's fine. It's just not my thing.
Because Jeremy
2025,
spoken,
have at
baby.
it.
Jeremy's spoken. Hey, did you see Pearl Jam drummer?
Yeah, the drummer Matt
exited.
Yeah,
What's that all about?
I've been coming for a long time.
Okay. So do you have one more for me, Al?
I do, Tom. It's a phrase. I need some help from you to just tell me what it means. What does the phrase "my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid" mean?
Now, Al, it's interesting. I've heard the phrase "don't bring Kool-Aid to a gin party." I've heard that.
Oh, I've never heard that. I love that. When would you use that?
Most often used if you get your shot rejected in the NBA, and he's bringing Kool-Aid to a gin party.
Gotcha.
See?
I love that.
Yeah.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, don't bring a knife to a gunfight,
Right.
stuff like that. Yeah, it's the same, but Kool-Aid and gin.
That's nice. So what's this one again now? What is it?
My heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. Like, when would you say that phrase?
Okay, no, my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is typically served cold.
Yes, like the Sasha.
Yeah.
What?
So I mean that's
Yeah, if somebody if someone says, "Hey, come over, we're having Kool-Aid," will you say hot or cold? Is that what you're trying?
I'm trying to analyze this as my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid.
You got this.
Is this your friend trying to cheer you up after you're being dumped, and you're trying to tell him, "Hey, I'm a guy. What,
person,
I am flesh and blood. My heart don't pump no Kool-Aid." No.
Yeah, I'm not cold-hearted.
Example, but you're getting it right,
It's
chick.
sweet.
You're using the wrong example. Like, when would you?
I'm not
when
cold.
would you use that?
I'm not cold-hearted.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, wait, I know. This is a Jim Jones thing?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, my God.
With the whole... No? Okay.
What is Kool-Aid?
No.
It means you aren't a pussy.
What?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it means?
Like sweet, like Kool-Aid sweet.
Like you're no Kool-Aid, like you're a real man.
Yeah, I'm a real man. I'm a badass.
Pumps oil.
Like I sold him he thought he was buying a TV, but it's just a box full of bricks.
Oh.
My heart don't pump no Kool-Aid.
You know what? It's like, look, by the way, Asuke coming out of right field and gunning the runner out at home plate. That's exactly the right answer. Yeah.
Like Bo Jackson.
That's it. Yeah, just like, look, man, like almost like the thing, blood is thicker than water. Like my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid is like, if I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of this situation. So whatever's gonna happen, I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a person. You're gonna have to deal. You're gonna have to come see me.
Because had it been, Al, a Jim Jones reference, Jim Jones actually did not serve Kool-Aid.
He goes right ahead and no one asks.
Because Al, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, they're all drinking the Kool-Aid, referencing the fact that all the folks at Jim Jones's little shindig killed themselves. But they were actually drinking an off-brand.
I believe it was Flavor Aid, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah. So they got to be.
The PR people at Kool-Aid allow that story to get anywhere. You got to cut the legs out of that story. You got to buy that story and kill it.
Yeah, I mean, in the history of branding, you've got to congratulate the Kool-Aid people for getting off that one. Unlike, say, the distinction in which was it M&M's that dropped the ball in the movie E.T.
Yes. With Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, that made them. So
that was Apex Mountain for Reese's Pieces, though. You never really heard from them since.
Oh, but I mean, I think that established them. But Kool-Aid, they just got handed the wrong thing, and they have to live with it. So
I went back and reviewed that movie Big for a podcast I was doing, and remember his cool apartment that he had, and it was a Pepsi machine. And I remember, I wonder how much, now that I'm an adult looking at that, how much was the bidding war to get that, because that was like every kid's dream apartment. Now, it's my dream apartment now in downtown Manhattan. You had a bunk bed, wood floors, round top window. Yeah. That was like the coolest apartment ever. Still.
Yep. Yeah, that would have been an interesting negotiation.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, Al, it's always a great pleasure. Are you on the road this week or are you home?
I am. Want to tell everybody, if you're in the not Colorado Springs, I keep messing. Fort Collins. I don't know why I keep messing up. Come out and see me at the Comedy Fort this weekend, Friday, Saturday. And please, please, please continue to show love and go to my website, Nico and Jolie on Etsy, and check out. There's a bunch of new styles that I've created. So that's all there as well. So check out some clothes and come see some jokes in Fort Collins, baby.
All right. Well, that'll be cool. Go see Al Jackson live in Fort Collins. Thank you very much, Al Jackson. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is once again all about accessing therapy in kind of a more elegant manner because you don't have to go to a therapist in an office across town. The therapy's done online, and perhaps workplace stress has been rising for you lately. Maybe you walk in and you've got all these emails, or there's too much to do, or your boss is giving you problems, you're concerned about your future, whatever it might be. Perhaps a little sunshine in the form of some therapy would be useful for you. Therapy can help you navigate many challenges in this life that we're living. So find out about BetterHelp. The idea is the therapy is done online. So it could be done like a Zoom call, it could be done like a phone call. There are some 30,000 plus therapists working with the BetterHelp people right now. They are the BetterHelp people. 5 million people have been served globally by BetterHelp. You could be one of them. They are the largest online therapy provider in the world, and they can provide access to mental health professionals, which, by the way, with a diverse group of them with specialties in all kinds of fields. So whatever it is you might want to talk about through talk therapy, you can probably find a good match at BetterHelp.com. Go to BetterHelp.com/BT show to get an additional 10% knocked off your first month. Perhaps it involves unwinding from job stress or whatever it might be. Get all the details at BetterHelp.com/BT show. That's BetterHelp. HELP, BetterHelp.com/BT show. Christy Lee is at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What's up next?
Coming up, safe for swimming in America? We'll find out. Also, have you ever wondered why it's called a ball peen hammer? We'll find out.
Oh. You know this one, chick?
William Ball and Ezekiel Peen. Late 1890s, 1900 invented the hammer.
Or did William Ball hit his peen and name it at the time?
Billy Ball.
We'll find out when we come back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this remains the Bob and Tom Show. Do we need to set something up for you guys?
No, I
don't think so.
Okay.
Pat and I have just been.
Yeah, I'm not used to being in here.
Kind of thinking about things.
Typically, I'll go in there and write my own stuff. And
well, good. It's good to see you.
Do what I want to do.
But there have been certain, we were kind of talking about how maybe we're not being represented the way that.
I know. I feel like that. Yeah.
Well,
I didn't want to speak. Oh, you want to just do the song?
Why don't we tell them all about it?
We see disparaging things about the character of each of you?
No, here we go. I just want to sing my own songs. But Tom wants these pop song parodies. He wants a tune right now about pooping on Broadway. Broadway! I'd rather sing a song with my own melody. But Tom won't let me, oh no! Tom won't let me, it's his show. Tom won't let me. He wants me to learn about radio. I'm learning.
I live a life of moderation. But my boss insists I'm somebody that's all about pizza, prostitutes, and masturbation. I want to be known for more than porn and being a fatty fat. But Tom won't let me.
That's right.
Tom won't let me.
You got
for
it.
show. Tom won't let me. Mashed potatoes and whores.
Mashed potatoes and whores.
Yeah.
What a great song.
Thank you very much.
I think we could all do a verse.
Thank you, Josh.
We may just have a verse.
They are ready.
When you become the Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So, for clarity's sake, Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal.
Yeah. More or less. Get it? More or less.
Woo! Party! Oh, okay, let's settle down. Because now, here's where I tell you how to become a Bob and Tom VIP. First, click on the link at bobandtom.com. Then, you'll figure it out.
Mr. Godwin.
Yeah.
Apparently is a as Christy said, you're a boob gal. You like
I like a lady with boobs. Sure.
Pat, you have a tribute?
I do. It's a song that gets me in trouble, but I'd be glad to do it for you.
Okay.
If I could get a little kazoo from Josh, here's the melody. Boop, bop, 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 ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da.
All right.
I'll give you a look when it comes up again. Here we go. Got a gal named Paula. Paula O'Brien is the name. She's very intoxicating. I'm like a moth to a flame. I haven't had a drink in 15 years. I walk a very straight line. But if Paula O'Brien's boobs were booze, I'd be loaded all of the time. Josh! Oh, I've never been a boob man, and I don't mean to objectify. It's important I stay sober. Oh, heaven knows I try. I go to my AA meetings, but all I think about are her double D's. If Paul O'Brien's boobs were booze, I'd wake up with the DT. Or if Paula's boobs were booze, I'd be bombed every day. If a rack was full of wine, I'd go from teetotaler to sommelier. One more time, Josh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice, Tom.
Why are you ruining the kazoo solo?
Because he's not close enough to the mic.
for fear that you will yell at me.
Because you did yell at him yesterday when he was too close to the mic with the kazoo.
That was great, Pat.
Did you really not hear much of the kazoo?
Oh, we're not done? We got more?
We have one more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pat Godwin. That thing is going to end up your ass.
See what I mean? That's what I was trying to avoid.
Yeah, I hear you, Josh. I knew what you were doing.
I'll do it.
Could we get to the...
If her tatas were Tito's and I had me a sip, I'd fall off the wagon with one little nip. If her chi-chis were full of tequila, I'd lick the salt and squeeze those limes. If Paul O'Brien's boobs were booze, I'd be loaded all of the time. Oh, if Paul O'Brien's boobs were booze, I'd be it-faced all of the time. One more time, Josh.
Wow.
Woo!
Bravo.
All right, very nice.
Mr. Pat Godwin, ladies and gentlemen. That's great, Pat. I love
We're
it.
going to have to re-record that. Horns.
Now,
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Jeff Hoskey.
That's right.
Christy Lee.
Yo.
Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker.
Hi.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
hello, Chick McGee. We've got Christy Lee at the, as you mentioned, the aforementioned Silac Insurance
And
News
we're
Desk.
getting emails. Where's Josh? What happened? Well, Josh quit. And here's the official announcement.
I quit.
So they're
Okay, I think he's fishing. He'll be back. We have Christy in her stripes today.
Thank you.
I like them. They look very nice.
Thank you. New research out there shows nearly 2/3 of America's beaches experienced fecal contamination last year.
Hey, Tom, how do you feel about America's beaches?
Bad beaches.
Filthy beach.
Approximately 1 in 7 beaches tested. Now all I can think of is bitches.
And you're hearing it in your head. Yeah, I know.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Approximately 1 in 7 beaches.
Lousy beaches.
Sophia Vergara, what is it her name?
Oh,
she talks
knows
about.
she knows some beaches.
She says some beach. I worked with some beaches.
Oh, yeah.
Had potentially unsafe levels of fecal contamination on at least 25% of the days on which testing took place.
How many?
25% of the days on which the 1 in 7.
1 in 7 beaches has poop in it. Okay.
Yeah.
When I was in San Diego living there in 1995, I found there was a refrigerator on the beach, an abandoned refrigerator, a shopping cart, a dinette set, an end table, and a lamp.
And you furnished your apartment with it.
And I finished my apartment. No, I don't know why. It was their junkyard. People throw crap on the beach.
Oh.
Yeah. It was sad, really sad.
The report's authors warned that swimming in contaminated water can lead to gastrointestinal disease, respiratory disease, ear and eye infections, as well as skin rashes. The Coast Guard had the biggest share of the beaches.
What? The biggest share of
the Coast Guard?
Coast Guard, yeah.
The Coast Guard had the biggest share of beaches with at least an unsafe day in 2024, reaching nearly 85%, followed by the West Coast with 80%, the Great Lakes with 70%, and East Coast at 55%.
Oh, the Gulf Coast had the biggest.
The Gulf Coast.
Not the Coast
Guard.
Guard.
I say the Coast Guard?
I couldn't figure out what the Coast Guard is. They're running beaches now?
That's what I was thinking.
They're very brave people.
Wow, sorry.
Did
Where'd
you
I
know-
get Coast Guard out of there?
Did you know, Tom, you can't see the other side of Lake Michigan? Did you know that?
Yeah, I lived on it most of my life.
I found that very surprising.
Yeah.
They tell me it's a lake, but I can't see the other side.
Do you have a song for us, Pat?
Oh, about that, the medical waste and all that stuff? Of course I do. Because I lived an hour from the beaches.
Yes.
But this isn't necessarily medical waste. This is about like
fecal waste.
Yikes! But yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. They do that annual New Jersey. You were part of that, right?
Beach cleanup?
The famous New Jersey beach cleanup, and they get literally, thousands of pounds of
But a huge problem with the fecal bacteria also. That was a major issue in
I bet.
Atlantic City and stuff like that.
I've seen Snooki. She's probably duped in the
dookie.
Talk about beaches. Snooki. What is it?
Is she a big beach or is that
No, she's
a
a
little
tiny
beach?
Oh, she's a little tiny beach.
She's only like 4'10".
Okay. Well, what have you got, Pat?
Well, when I lived there, I was afraid to go into the ocean. As nervous could be. I was afraid to go into the ocean because of that sight in the sea. 2, 3, 4, tell the people what you saw. It was an itsy bitsy kind of soupy yellow cornfield piece of poopy that I saw in the ocean today. A teeny weeny brown zucchini, undigested tortellini. So on the beach I wanted to stay. 2, 3, 4, stick around, I'll tell you more. I was afraid to go into the water because of the fecal bacteria. And I heard about the medical waste and the surrounding hysteria. 2, 3, 4, tell the people what you saw. It was an rusted crusted 12-inch hypo, big old needle used for lipo that I saw in the ocean today. In itsy bitsy kind of soupy yellow cornfield piece of poopy. So at my home pool I'm going to stay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Patty G.
And they're going to have to stay at home in Paris, apparently, where parts of the Seine are temporarily closed to swimmers. Officials closed off the river to the public over fears of fecal contamination due to heavy rains. This is just one day after they'd reopened.
They just reopened it for the first time
public.
ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The water would be assessed daily, by the way, for the presence of fecal bacteria, adding the river would likely close whenever it rains. Paris city official Pierre Rabadat said flags will be informing bathers every day about pollution levels. Oh, my God.
Oh, the brown flag is up.
Yeah.
Stay out of the ocean, out of the river.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah.
Because didn't they spend, I want to say it was over $1 billion cleaning up the river for the Olympics. Yeah. And then I remember during the Olympics, they kept testing it. And then at one point, they didn't think they'd be able to swim in it.
Right.
So I guess
whenever it rains,
when it rains a lot, the storm sewers and the regular sewers merge or something.
I read a really great book about I know this. You guys are going to go, what? I read a really great book about the Seine River and how it where it starts and how it goes up and it's become a real popular bathing place in. When you get in other places away from Paris, it's a beautiful.
And is it the River Seine or the Seine River? Anyone know?
I don't know.
Seine River
I never
Seine.
heard any follow-up as far as anybody gets sick from competing in that at the Olympics.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I remember they have to postpone a couple events, but they eventually did.
Initially, they had trouble getting it started, but then they were fine, I think.
They got a little lax on.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and just really, do it. Yeah.
I'm happy to see that the French are bathing.
The river is very important to them. A lot of people enjoy swimming in that river.
That's right. No, they've reopened it.
Yeah.
You have to put your cigarette out to swim in that?
Is there any stereotype you're not aware of?
No.
Okay.
French, smoke, B.O.
Right.
Very, very
Giving up.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, you ever
English, bad teeth.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
horrible food? Go on.
Keep
boil
going.
it.
Okay.
A piece of meat. Let's boil it.
Should I post the picture of the fish and chips that I?
Yeah, we can. That's,
absolutely.
That's
That's
something.
yeah.
I thought you did already.
I
no?
was mind blown.
Yeah, it
that
was-
I went. I was in England visiting my sister over the weekend, and
Terrifying.
we went to this place, and I ordered fish and chips, thinking, fish and chips.
Right.
It's going to look like Mrs. Paul.
And it
It's
was
going to come in a basket with newspaper.
and it was
right?
about a foot long fish that was with big teeth, with its tail in its mouth, then deep fried.
One of the ugliest fish I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
Eyeballs.
You know,
There it is.
Yeah, there
There
it
it
is.
is.
And then you can see the French fries there in the back.
Yeah.
Right behind the
Looks
iced
like a
tea.
meaty fish. That looks like a lot of meat, right?
Was it tasty?
He didn't
was
eat
okay.
that. There's
Hang
no way
on.
you ate
I
that.
picked at it.
Hey, Pat, you notice anything about the bourbon there on the table? Or what?
Yeah, somebody's having a little party.
You get,
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah, bourbon with lemon in it.
your
the only way
mouth
to drink it.
watering over there?
A little bit.
Yeah, and a little vodka there.
It was iced tea, sans ice.
Oh, no
they
ice,
don't
huh?
like, yeah,
Not a lot, not enough.
Yeah, that's the only problem with England. The first thing I'm buying is an ice maker and a backup.
Have you ever wondered what the name ball peen hammer comes from?
Nope, never
Never
Well,
cared.
Mental Floss has the answer for you.
Now, Jeffrey, you probably work with tools more than anybody in here. Do you have a ball peen hammer?
And you go-
And
you are
describe it to people that aren't familiar with it.
It's like where your normal hammer is flat. It's you have your flat side, but then where unlike a claw hammer, you would have a claw. Instead, you have a rounded head.
Yeah.
A ball.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Yeah.
Use it for like bending, beating out metal and stuff and bending it type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or getting somebody to pay what they owe.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Kneecaps and fingers.
That's
and-
going to
yeah.
hurt.
She's Italian. She knows. Go ahead.
The term ball peen hammer first printed in an 1874 Mechanics Dictionary as metal worker's hammer with a spherical peen. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, peen originated in Scotland and England in the 1600s and refers to the pointed end of a hammer, which came to a fine taper at the time for driving in nails.
So I always thought it was a, joke about the genitalia.
Yeah, I love the term peen for wiener.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the old peen.
Peen, yeah.
Cute. In the ball peen hammer,
Yeah, the term
ball,
may be short, but the peen is long.
it's
Hey,
not
Jeff?
used for driving nails, but for hitting metal,
Jeff,
shaping
you
metal.
give her the peen?
Give her the old peen.
Give her the old peen. Yeah.
If she's interested.
She earned it. Yeah.
Earned it.
Now, Pat, I understand that you, much like Josh, like to keep a clean house.
I do. Oh, you mean downstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, I like to,
So
I like to trim
you
a
refer
little
to
bit.
yours.
Whoa. This is new information.
Trim?
Yes.
Not
you refer to yours as the bald peen hammer.
Oh, I see where you're going.
And Josh wasn't here. He had to pick on you.
You write a good joke for Josh, and he doesn't show it. I'm sorry.
You've had the ball peen hunk since Monday.
Oh, I've been hanging on. Been hanging on,
That's
trying
what
to
I
figure out
thought.
how do I adapt it. I can never imply. You can't imply that
know.
Oscar's shaved down there. My God, he'd shave. He'd have 5 o'clock D shadow.
You have to be trimmed. Wait a minute. You have to be trimmed, though, right? With all the hair you have?
No, he doesn't. No.
No,
No?
I guess not. If he doesn't trim his face, you think he trims his pubes?
But Tom,
man.
You can kick it old school. You can come over here and make fun of me, and I say I masturbate and watch porn and eat pizza.
Well,
It's okay.
No, see, Josh famously.
Josh gets back.
Josh famously did a Brazilian. What did he call it?
Brazilian.
He waxed everything.
Baboon.
Yeah.
The baboon, where he had both his front and his rear waxed. Which
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine why anyone would do that.
I would not do that.
But
I'm like
Sexual
Pat, though.
pleasure.
so the joke would work if Josh whips out the bald peen hammer. You see how
Do you
clever
bring
and funny
yours
that
down to
is.
the hardwoods?
No. I keep a nice house, though. I don't like to
okay.
let it get wild. Yeah.
Yours is
I
wild.
braid mine in a French braid.
I assume that yours just looks like hairy underpants down there. Like it's just.
No, I was just gonna. I thought you were going to say.
Name was Harry Underpants.
I thought you were going to say the guy from Harry Potter.
You've got such a bush down there. That's what I'm thinking.
Harry Underpants.
It looks
Does it
exactly
stick out of
like
your underwear?
I bet it's bikini,
Like a lobster.
bikini spiders for days down there with you.
Poor Jeff.
Just hanging out.
I can't wait till I'm walking through the mall. Hey, there's Harry Underpants.
You
Oh,
are
what about,
blushing.
I thought you were going to say Hagrid, from Harry Potter down there.
What about your ass? Hairy ass or creamy?
Do you have hair on your butt, too?
Yeah, man.
Dude, I bet it does. It looks like a whole pair of hairy underpants down there, front and back.
It probably does.
Didn't we have a, something? I just remember
Yes,
something.
Tom.
We had a news story about a suit. Remember this? About
Human hair
a
suit.
suit made of human hair?
Yeah.
And I forget there was a reason for it.
I don't know.
But it was actually kind of like a classic
talked about it 'cause
Brooks Brothers suit, but made of
Yeah.
human hair.
And there's a woman online who has an account, and when her hair comes out while she's washing it in the shower, she makes portraits with the hair on the shower wall.
Yeah, I remember
that?
her.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to dig those up, and we'll come back with it. But right now, it's time to talk about our friends at Simply Safe.
Peace of mind. What would you pay for that? Well, it's available from Simply Safe, a system that works to prevent that break-in from ever happening in the first place. That's true security. That's why I trust Simply Safe to protect my compound, have for decades. And we use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection. It helps stop break-ins before they happen. Simply Safe has AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents that detect suspicious activity around your property. You have a lurker, a suspicious subject walking around your compound. Simply Safe agents can turn on spotlights and talk to that lurker in real time and even call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. Simply Safe named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET and ranked #1 in customer service by Newsweek and USA Today. And monitoring plans start at around $1 a day and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Visit simplysafetom.com to claim. Get a load of this offer, 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and your first month free. 50% off, first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
We may continue our hunk O'Hare when we come back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, your kids are, 11 is your son, right?
Yes, correct.
How old's your daughter?
6.
6. Okay, great.
Yeah,
She still gets away with stuff, probably. 6 years old.
She's so funny that I just refuse to punish her for anything.
Right.
She came up from kindergarten one day and she goes, "Dad, Stacy and I were playing catch and she hit me right in the balls." She only has an older brother. She's only heard that area referred to as that. A good dad would tell her that she's wrong. I am not going to do that. I have chosen to use that to my advantage. She'll be on her first date making out with some dude and she'll be like, "Touch my ball." Guess who's done making out? Until at least college, because now everyone in high school thinks she has balls. Thanks, Facebook.
Best daddy. Come on.
Ace had nothing to do with this.
No, but Ace and I did play donkey softball.
I don't care about that. There was a donkey in this building that you and I were leading
was that
around.
I can never remember.
Mammoth Jack?
A Mammoth Jack? Now, was that considered to be a donkey or a mule? That's a donkey, right?
I don't know what the difference is.
Don't you get a horse and a mule to make it? Wait a minute. What is it? Horse and a donkey make a mule? Something like that?
I don't know.
All I know
is like algebra. I forget how it works.
His hang down was unbelievable.
No, Pat,
you could almost hear the mechanization start when he had to urinate.
A semi-famous woman who actually worked here had this gigantic animal
rack,
and it was the size. It was this bigger than a horse.
Yeah,
it was huge. And we thought it'd be funny to bring it in the building.
And what happened?
And but we were concerned that it would defecate somewhere in the building, but we brought it in. We took it all around. We had fun with it.
Had picture behind the general manager's desk.
Oh, we thought it was so funny. And then we were having a great time. We were on the air. We were on the air, and then we Chick and I took it outside.
Yeah, and then
what happened?
It knew. Somehow it knew to go ahead and pee. Urinated, and it was like a fire hose.
Yeah, we never even thought of that. If that had happened in the building, they would have had to replace all the carpeting and half the furniture.
What was its name?
Jack.
Oh, Jack. That's sweet.
No, I don't remember.
I'll have to dig it up. Yeah. But either we have pictures.
Find out.
Turtis.
Hey, Turtis.
There he is. There's Tom.
Look at him.
Yeah, there's Tom. That's the general manager's desk.
Huge.
Yeah. Look at the size of that thing.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You
really
can almost see his dork right there at the back.
Oh, yeah. You can kind of see how it's
it's
real black.
He was like a prize mule, I think.
Yeah.
He's a handsome fella.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Oh, you mean the donkey?
Look, Tom, you're wearing the same clothes you're wearing that day.
He's got cargo shorts on.
Hang on a second.
Shorts? Yeah.
No.
Same shirt, though.
Look at the gut on Griswold. Look at that.
I think the shirt's kind of baggy.
Whatever, Tubby.
I never knew you were a fan of that.
Whatever, Chunkles. What do you weigh there? About 350?
Oh.
You're over 3 bills. Look at that.
You're easily 350.
You guys are totally being mean now.
Well, that'd be
fun.
We had to be mean to get him to put the fork down.
Save his life. He's got a cow heart, isn't he?
So I want to just pause for a moment.
You look like you ate Bob.
I'm all the way in the back of the office. That photograph above the donkey on the upper right. That's a hockey team, Josh. I don't know if you can see. Every guy in that hockey team had a huge mullet. Mm-hmm. It was that era.
Yeah.
And
visual and boring.
And the
now,
donkey.
wait a minute. You're saying that was a hockey team. And they all had the same haircut. And they
we unfortunately we don't have that.
A mullet.
Is that desk still in the building?
Is that desk still in the building? I mean, this is bad off the air talk.
Yeah.
We're off the air.
I walk out.
I'd be down the highway.
Now, Josh, Chris, you're a single guy, right?
I am 37 and single. Nobody plans that. Right? No one's in high school going, I'm just going to wait till the end and see who's left. I'd like to find someone my age, if for no other reason than they would get my references.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Right? You get tired of telling girls who the Black Crows were. And I don't know if you've ever dropped a Fletch reference on a 23-year-old female, but you might as well hand that girl a Rubik's Cube and a beeper. Because she's just staring at you like, what's a water buffalo? It's hard to even find a single 37-year-old woman, and then when you do, they have a tendency to fall into 3 categories. They're either A, super career-oriented, successful chick, so I'm out. Right? Those girls are looking for a guy that owns a suit. I have a pair of slacks. I don't know where they are. I know I got them because my mom bought them for me, so I had something to wear when people die. I don't know if you've ever shown up to a funeral in jeans, but your mom refuses to let that go.
Yep, I agree.
In my defense, the funeral I showed up to in jeans was for a 94-year-old woman. Not exactly a tragic event. 94 is a solid run.
Yeah.
It's about time. Have you ever been to a 94-year-old person's funeral? Nobody's sad. Everyone's just happy to be off work on a Tuesday. The second category of women single at my age are divorcees, and those women are like Chernobyl. They're beautiful, but something bad happened, and now we all need to leave it alone for a few years. For the millennials listening, Chernobyl is a city in Russia. I know a lot of you are wondering why I'm mentioning that map on Call of Duty. And the last category of women single at my age are women that have been single the entire time because their therapist hasn't quite got their pill combo locked down, and they still have episodes where they'll break into your apartment and set fire to kittens. I don't even have kittens, man. She brought them.
Chris Porter.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, and it's
solved a problem.
It's official. Everybody in the studio hates everybody else.
That was a fun commercial break.
Am I correct on that?
We don't hate anybody.
Or maybe it's me.
We all made fun of you.
Yeah. That's what
I got some good tips on how to buy shoelaces, which I'm doing right now.
And if you didn't hear, Tom has Amazon on his phone.
Yeah, he has Amazon on his phone.
I got Amazon on my phone.
Amazon on my phone.
I think everybody has Amazon on their phone.
Well, then I'm not so special.
And then he followed it up with, I know what's up.
I'm just trying to buy some shoelaces.
Why do you need shoelaces?
I went to Walmart and they didn't have any.
No.
They didn't have the ones you wanted.
And you have your own tip maker, don't you? Your lace.
Yeah, what happened to your little tip maker thing?
I have that.
You've never used it.
You got a crimper?
No, I got it's
I have a crimper. I have my own shoelaces.
They're like little rubber sleeves, and then it comes with like this kind of
and a heat gun.
And then you can.
I've got that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should start a YouTube channel about the way you make your shoes.
Yes,
You two should have a podcast about laces.
No, I bought these shoes, and they.
Remember when you asked me, what do you think about Pat Godwin being on the show
And I said,
every day? And I said, I don't know, maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah, sure. Maybe send him back out on the road. Send him in the ships.
Yeah, put him on the ships.
No.
He won't notice. Here he is.
I need Pat here.
Let's move forward, please.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program.
Good idea.
No, I bought these shoes, and they come with these like pre-laced laces.
Yeah, and they're like.
I don't like them. So you slip. I want to get regular shoelaces.
Guitar string laces that cut your hands when you try.
They're already.
It's like a paracord.
I love those. You slip them right on. That's my favorite.
I don't like these. I want to get some regular shoelaces. I don't have any.
They stink on.
So I went to Walmart. They didn't have any.
Made up plastic.
Anyway. So let's get away from that. I did solve a mystery though.
What was your mystery?
I bet
Tell us, Nancy Drew.
I have to explain this. And this is going to tie into a news story we
Whatever
had.
you got, Hardy boy. Go ahead.
Chick, you'll like this because this does involve driving on the other side of the road in England.
Okay, I'm in.
Now, it involves the toilets here in our building.
Yeah.
Now, you'll see.
This is not a mystery I want to know about.
Yes, no. This is important.
Oh, did you hear Monday, was it? Oskay wrecked the women's room.
Okay, by the way, I work with this jerk every day. I know how he can wreck a toilet. You guys leave
You have no idea what
She's
happened.
pointing at Oscar. Here's the situation. And we have this building was built in 4 separate sections. The building that we're in has 2 toilets, and it used to be there was a ladies' room and a men's room, and the ladies' room happens to be right next to Josh's office.
Per his request,
but it's the further one away. But now they are in the contemporary world. It's okay to have a so-called unisex bathroom.
Right.
So we have proclaimed them. They're either
Anybody can go.
Yes.
They kind of were before.
Now, however,
we're all old men, so we tend to go in the men's and the ladies. We know which is which.
But we have been informed that apparently, when it comes to major transactions, more people are using the ladies' room.
Yeah.
And
100%
I figured out why.
Why?
In the ladies' room, because the toilets are back to back.
Right.
In the building.
Right.
Because that's how they plumbed it.
No, because you can encourage each other.
But no, but if you're in the ladies' room, your right hand has access to the tools you need.
If you're right-handed.
Well, most people are right-handed, 9 out of 10. And now, how does this apply to driving?
Okay.
We found out that the reason that when they first created automobiles, they put the driving unit on the right side because, do you remember why?
Because they didn't want passengers getting out in front of moving traffic. They wanted the passengers to get exit near the edge.
Oh, that's nice.
Near the curb.
Near the curb.
No, it was because
Exactly what it was.
It was because
the story.
with horse-drawn carriages, the person driving the carriage would use their right arm to whip the horse.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't want the person.
And they would drive the horse with
They would drive. They would hold the reins in their left hand and whip the horse with their right hand.
Okay, but that doesn't make any sense about why they put the car on the right or why you drive on the.
That's why the British did it, because they came up with
That's
it.
not what you.
Why did you tell the story about the toilet?
No,
I'm so
because the people are using the right. That would be the right-handed toilet. So consider when you go to the toilet, this is now your whipping arm.
No,
Oh my God!
There's 4 minutes. I'll never get back.
No.
Gosh,
It's perfectly sound logic.
Alan, you need
Can
to
we
edit all
call it
this
your
out.
wiping arm instead of your whipping arm?
Yeah, I don't
But no, that's the reason more people are gravitating toward that one for
I
major
just think
transactions.
it's nicer in our bathroom.
It is.
It is. You guys have pissed all over. Oh, can I say that? All over the walls.
No. You probably shouldn't say piss, but that's what happens, all right? You can't argue with truth.
Yes, there is someone in this building, and I don't know who it is, that must have a water wiggle
I do.
For a unit because they can't seem to find the bowl.
I beg your pardon.
I don't think that's it. I think it's just hate. It's just hate peeing all over the floor and the wall.
Yeah,
You do it on purpose,
it's
right?
the way I get even. I hose that seat down, by God.
That has to be a thing for some people.
It is. It's for him.
Oh, a sexy thing?
No. And I'm going to pay you back by.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you've heard the phrase, I'm going to pee on your grave.
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of flat tires lately, Tom?
Not only is the tire flat, it smells like chick's pee.
Oh, right.
You suggested it.
I did, didn't I? I didn't suggest
Wow.
it.
Sorry.
We've established that. I think I'm correct.
I think that it's just the ambiance and the look and the feel and the smell is just more comfortable in the women's.
It does smell better. Just
That's
basically smells better.
Now you're aware that Godwin in the early morning always comes in and goes to the ladies' room.
Like Rose Kennedy.
He goes to the way back.
I go to
Well, you used to always go to the ladies' room in the other part of the building all the time.
I also think, though, that we tried the men's room first, and the men's room a lot of times is occupied, which is what led me to ruining Christy's bathroom.
It's not my bathroom. It's just.
But I tried the men's room first, and somebody was in it.
Well, then why didn't you go to the other men's room?
So you're saying you don't prefer having right-hand access to the...
Because this is a one-holer, the other one people can walk in on you while you're...
While you're making that.
Well, I'm sorry. We
have a lock.
Don't you really? You'd rather have right-hand access?
Well, I'm left-handed, so no.
Well, I rest my case. No wonder you like to use the men's room. You're welcome.
Congratulations. You've engaged me in another story that I don't want any part of.
You're welcome. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Are you kidding me? Is this right?
What's that, Christy?
My power bill is out of control.
Maybe it's time for some Champion energy-efficient windows. Champion windows are built tough with a lifetime guarantee. Plus, Champion Windows is celebrating over 72 years